Healthcare is about being seen and heard.
Healthcare is letting me be unapologetically me.
Healthcare is contraception.
En Planned Parenthood, primero es la salud.
Healthcare is knowing I have an STI and learning how to tell my partner.
Healthcare is HIV testing.
They took care of everything I needed. It was fantastic.
It's not going to the doctor for women's care or for men's care. It's going to the doctor for me.
El cuidado de salud es positivo por ser positivo.
It's about becoming a mom when I was ready.
Healthcare is my pap test, my breast exam, my cancer screening.
Healthcare is access to safe and legal abortion.
Healthcare is trans care.
Mi salud es Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood is healthcare.
This is healthcare.
Healthcare is about being seen and heard.
Healthcare is letting me be unapologetically me.
Healthcare is contraception.
En Planned Parenthood, primero es la salud.
Healthcare is knowing I have an STI and learning how to tell my partner.
Healthcare is HIV testing.
They took care of everything I needed. It was fantastic.
It's not going to the doctor for women's care or for men's care. It's going to the doctor for me.
El cuidado de salud es positivo por ser positivo.
It's about becoming a mom when I was ready.
Healthcare is my pap test, my breast exam, my cancer screening.
Healthcare is access to safe and legal abortion.
Healthcare is trans care.
Mi salud es Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood is healthcare.
This is healthcare.
Someone picks their nose, it matters.
It would catch you. I'm glad that the pick your nose is right when the audio went on.
That's definitely what I was doing.
Hallelujah.
All right. Let's see. Can you guys talk quick? Just to make sure we're all...
I'm the talkingest dang thing you ever did see.
I imagine. Yeah, I reckon so. Cool.
Did it come through?
Yep, you guys are all in. Perfect. I think I might be a smidge bit loud yet, and good. Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Roleplay Give. We're coming in awkward, which is fine.
Which is par for the course.
It's par for the course. So tonight we are beginning our monthly. We choose a cause that the members of the community vote on to play donations for, and so starting tonight, if the players so choose, they can buy rerolls, and so can the chat if they would like. And that money will go to Planned Parenthood. The menu is pretty simple. I should have probably said this to the players before we started, but it's basically rerolls for you, rerolls for me, health potion for you, and it says like disrupt the game, but really that's going to be wild magic. I don't want to do wandering encounters because it's too disruptive. So wild magic can be too, but I find it to be a little more explainable in game than, now you're fighting again. So those are and wild magic costs more. So that's what's available. I'm hoping that I don't know that I made a command to make it show up. But the link for that should show up here in the chat soon. Otherwise, I didn't think about it, and this is why we just do this throughout the week or throughout the month, so I can get all the bugs worked out. Thought I had this all set up earlier, but I just realized I didn't make a command for it to just show up. And I don't have time to do it now, because we're going to play this game. So, where we last left off in the Against the Giants Spider Queen saga, our party had they'd been to the steading of the Hill Giants while the Hill Giants were having what appeared to be some sort of banquet feast in the honor of some guests. They weren't sure who all the guests were. They saw a cloud giant, they saw some stone giants, they also saw their old nemesis / one of their old bosses, one of the party's old bosses. It was Robe's old boss, and his partner. Hard to say. Definitely the senior partner. He was the junior partner. And they captured the two of them and brought them to justice in the capital city of Keeland of Neil Dra. While they were there, intense interrogation occurred.
It was actually on a boat, not in a tent.
It was in tent in a boat.
It was board interrogation.
It was on board. But it involved lots of revivify, and all kinds of things of that nature. And then they decided they had to return because there were objects still to be retrieved and motives yet to be ascertained from the steading. They returned, and while they were sort of doing reconnaissance on the steading, they came across an Etten who had taken. Was it Steve? No. Chad.
Who had not Etten.
But now he's a dead Etten in a ramshackle bivouac.
That's true. He was in a ramshackle bivouac. Merch to come on that. And then they also went back to the sort of safe house underneath the mountain. Excuse me, and or the hill, I guess, and ran into a Mychonid who needed help, and they are now helping that Mychonid, and it's his. They're sort of genderless, really, gender non-specific, but they are with the sovereign of that Mychonid colony and a couple of adults, and they're trying to help the sovereign rescue its people. Does that sum it up? They fought a couple gelatinous cubes and are now standing over a riverway and are concerned about how to get these Mychonids down the river. And I think that's where we left off. Am I missing anything critical? Otherwise, I'd like everybody to popcorn introductions by whoever's going to do the first thing, say who they are, a little bit about themselves, like name, class, background, and then what they're doing, and then popcorn it to the next person. Whoever would like to start, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Tony, and I play Newman Hammerhalter.
I hate popcorn, just for the
I'm
record.
sorry, I'll pick somebody.
It's long pause, and then people start talking over each other. So Tony,
always pick the first one.
Sorry, that's awkward. We're just awkward. My name's Tony, and I play Newman Hammerhalter. He is a tiefling monk, Way of the Kensi. And he... Yeah, I don't know what to say about him this week. So we'll just bounce it over to Robin.
I'm going to go this really fast because I don't really want to do this anymore. My name is Meriwether, and I am a Furball Granger / Druid. And one of the things that she is a background of a folk hero because she helped make a map to lead her folks to water when there was a drought. And I'm going to pop over to Dusty.
Hi, I'm Vela Darkison, and I'm a clear rogue. Grew up on the mean streets of Saltmarsh, and I have currently running in the room the Guardian of Faith, which will stay put there and keep us safe from anybody who wanders into this space over the next 8 hours. And I have a crush on robes. Go, Winston.
All right, I'm playing Robespierre Froquengall, and bust that out every once in a while. I am a 12th level Warlock Hexblade, and I am a Huanti. Actually, I think over the time, drawn myself a little bit on the good side of the moral compass, but definitely vacillating around that gray area. And as far as what I'm doing right now, I am talking to Waith and just sort of like, we wiped out some oozes, Chase scared him off, and just sort of like, hey buddy, what do you think we do here? Is there another way around? Do we try to freeze this water? How do we get these creatures? And I'm just kind of like chatting, just consulting him for advice. I'm starting to grow and attached to him.
Dude, I don't know, and I'm not sure who you should popcorn this to either, because Waith can break the fourth wall.
That's true. Well, who's left the popcorn? Ed. Ed's only one, right? Yeah. So popcorn Ed.
So I'm Ed. I'm playing Elva Willowspark, who is an Aasimar fighter of the Eldritch Knight variety, who spent the majority of her life wandering the Feywild before finally making it back to her home to find that her family had all aged 40 years in the 20 years that she saw when she was gone. So she's was trying to recover that, sort of stumbled upon this group, and is trying to help as best she can.
All right. I apparently updated the wrong thing that does stuff, because I think it's Stream Elements and not Streamlabs. One day I'll remember what's what. Okay. So don't do Command Tiltify just yet. I'll fix that during the break. But I probably should.
They can use the QR code if they want.
They can use the QR code, which you're going to have to use your phone or mobile device for that. Or I suppose I can figure it out here quick.
While we figure out what we're going to do with these Mychonids.
There you go.
Does anybody have a way to freeze the water? Or stop the water? Or mold the water?
I can't really do much with the water except swim in it, but I do have a couple of potions of underwater breathing. I have 2 of those.
Right.
Do you think they'll survive?
Well, being able to breathe in water that's moving you too fast and dashing you against the rocks means you won't die from drowning.
Well, that would be part of the solution. My other thought is how we could keep them from getting,
bashed against the rock.
Yeah. So I don't know if there's a way to, they could maybe ride on somebody's shoulders, or we could, I don't know if they can hold on to ropes, but we could maybe, use rope and kind of make a train
Oh, I thought
Unless
you meant me.
somebody can do something with the water. I don't have that kind of power.
Do they need to breathe oxygen?
I really don't know.
DM.
Yeah.
Are you finished with your Streamlabs?
Yeah, that quote. No, I just put a Tiltify link in there. So.
Okay. The question was, do Mychonids breathe? Do they need to breathe while they're in water?
It doesn't.
We would ask the Mychonids that.
Yeah, it doesn't.
In our brains.
In our brains.
Robes can't. Robes can't. I felt like that was
brain.
important to remember, that robes can't talk to them.
I still refuse to participate.
Not into your wild drugs.
So concerned about the morality of it, the ethics of taking drugs.
It does not say that they have any skill to not have to breathe, or they don't have any ability like that. Apparently they need oxygen.
Okay.
In my head. Dear Sovereign Sir, but how do you live down this river? How did you get here?
Well, the river was not quite this deep at the time. Clearly they've done something to increase the flow. Yo.
Is there a dam somewhere
Mad
down
flow.
the river that might have done this?
We don't know. This was sort of like from time to time it floods, like all, I imagine, rivers up top do, because it's cut sort of a gorge here. And we don't do a lot of classes in geology, but the classes that I did take, water and wind erosion were the main. He doesn't know.
You do live a long time, so you could have observed it.
That's true. But it over time, water comes, water goes, and but this is not the time. This is not the wet season, for them down here, and he believes that something has been done to increase the power and flow of the water.
And this is the only way to your home?
Well, the other ways seem, yeah. Yeah, no, there is. Yeah, sorry. I thought I had another way, and I don't. Nope, this is the only way that he knows of. As he says that, you hear the sound of a mallet strike. Sounds like a heavy wooden mallet pounding on some sort of timber. Just a large wood. There's a sound that wood on wood made, like that baseball-y sound almost.
Does it sound like building a bivouac?
Bivouacs have a little bit more rope and twine involved, especially if they're ramshackle. But
well, I'm worried if there's hammer and nails involved, it might not be ramshackle by the time we get there.
It's true.
Is it down the river that we hear it, or back behind us?
Or through the woods.
Down the river, and it is loud because you can hear it over this sort of fast-moving water.
Got it. Okay, I have a thought. What about if I like your idea of giving them a rope to hang on, but if they don't have hands, maybe we make some sort of rope
They've got
sling.
hands.
Oh, they do?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, in my
Do
head
they have strength?
In my head, they're just like little mushrooms that hop around like little VeggieTales characters.
The littlest one is though, isn't he?
Very similar, I believe. The littlest one, they don't have a picture of a sprout per se.
Which
I'm
is the
picturing
name of a VeggieTales character.
the one from Out of the Abyss was just a toadstool, no limbs at all.
Oh, these look like Groot, but with shroomy heads. They're like if Groot got real high.
Groot stoner cousin.
The one that Winston just posted and is real fabulous. Uh,
I don't know.
I don't know if you can look at it while you're streaming, Paul. So what
That
about
one
if...
will murder you just to feed on your rotting corpse.
I don't like that at all.
So what about if they have hands? So that's a good thing. But what if we made slings, and like somebody who's really strong. I don't remember if I'm really strong or not. Oh, Bella doesn't say that. I said that. I'm mediocre strong. We could pound a rope in at the head of the river here, and then I could either fly or somebody could swim down the river and pound it in where the river ends. So then we can like pull them along slowly, not super fast, like if you had something that would just zip you along the line, but sort of fast, like a little cradle.
Couple of description things, just because I'm not sure it's as clear as it needs to be. So, again, I think I said this last time, every one of these sort of markers of the light side is up, the dark side is down on these sort of cavern, not cavern, but like cliff face things that I've
ridges,
and each one is 10 feet just for simplicity's sake, give or take a foot. You know, they're not all naturally occurring at 10 feet, but just roughly. And then it's another, I think I said 10 feet down to the water. And so these cliff faces here, can you see that? That's 10 feet above the water. This here goes all the way up to the ceiling. That's a wall. Does that make sense?
How tall are the Mychonids?
The Mychonids are the sovereign.
The
sovereign's big. It is a large creature. They are roughly, 15. He's roughly 15 feet tall. No, 12 feet tall. 12 feet, twice the size, right? So 10 to 12 feet tall. The rest of them are medium humanoid sized. Well, I guess the little sprout, is he still with you?
He's in my backpack. He
That's
doesn't
right.
have a token.
Okay. If he still stays in your backpack, I'm just going to leave him there until we decide if he comes out or not. Just because for ease of token management.
Yeah, until there's an area of effect spell cast on Robin.
Or I polymorph and it can't come with me, or not wild shape and it can't come with me.
Yep.
We'll have to keep that in mind.
We'll pop him out then. Okay. Do you want me to? Should I just pop him out now? Maybe I should just pop him out now.
Or just put a token marker on so that we don't forget.
I just made a note that he was in my backpack so I wouldn't forget and do something like that.
Okay.
What do you think? Do you think can they get wet? Like that won't hurt you to get wet, right?
Oh,
Sovereign
no,
man.
we do
person?
well. We do well with a good deal of moisture, but the force of the water we should be okay. We're able to walk through it when it is low.
So if we were to venture in and find what's causing it to increase the flow and stop it, you could follow behind.
Yes.
So if they've done something that has caused this that we could reverse, they could simply wait.
But there's also bad guys around the corner.
Right, we're hearing like a mallet, and we heard a lot about a forge. Are we, maybe we want to clear out the enemies before bringing some of these injured people along.
I think that's fair as well.
They seem desperate to get to their family. Could we maybe have one group ahead a ways to see how far it is and then not leave them alone? I'm just nervous that they're not. I can heal them, but they said that there are people, or there are other Mychonids close down here, and if we leave and they stay here, then what's to say that they both don't all die? Or what if they don't live?
And as that thought goes into the group, you hear sploosh, blah, 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 and then a gigantic exclamation. Mary can translate it as "Oh fuck!" in giant. And then there's this rumbling noise of like rocks starting to fall a little bit to the northwest.
Did you translate for us, Mary?
Mary's not going to translate that. I think she can figure that out on your own. I'm a lady.
This seems like we should go forward to start the fight.
Well, I can swim exceptionally fast, so I could scout ahead a bit. With my cloak, I have a swim speed of 60.
You can stay back with the Mychonids. We can hang out by your guardian, Vela, and that way if something does come, we've got some extra protection here, too.
Okay.
Remind me, Paul, is there air over this river the entire time, or is there a point where it like enters into like a cavern?
Oh, good point. Yep. Right below you, it's like it's a cavern, but it's underwater.
Mm-hmm.
It's only open up to where the water's flowing, and
right.
You know that you haven't seen far enough to know what the terminus is.
Cool. So for here, all this way we can see there's air above the water.
Correct.
Got it. And we're wanting to go down this way, right?
Correct. Or I think that's what you want to do. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Are you sure you want to stay behind, Mary?
A few things I can do to try to help too, and I have some healing ability if they need it. So I think you're right. We don't want to leave them here by themselves, but the noise is ahead. I don't think we should be leading them into that until we know what's going on.
Well, stay close to it, because remember, like, if somebody walks into it, that's what they get hurt on. Like, they have to come near it. It doesn't just help if you're far away from it.
Yeah, I can't see it right now. I mean, Robin can't see it right now because there's all these tokens, and stuff.
Right,
so yeah. Once you guys move, I'll find it.
Nice.
All right. So is the idea, I guess I can talk this out. Elva and Vela, you're going ahead?
Yeah, I think so. Does that work for you, Elva?
Yep.
Elva will be faster than me.
Okay.
But maybe I'll go above you instead of with you. So if something goes wrong, I can at least maybe guide you so you don't hit a rock. Do you want to have a rope and I'll hold the rope above you?
I think it would be faster if I don't. I'll be more maneuverable.
True. Okay.
The reminder guidance is touch too.
I think with this cloak, I'll be able to avoid rocks just fine.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna climb up on the wall. And what I'm going to do, Paul, is while they're moving around, I'm just going to climb kind of like this purple line. I'm just going to climb along this wall over to here.
Okay.
Spider climb. That was so much fun when I had those shoes in the other game.
I'm like, half the stuff I do is inspired by what you're doing with, I want to say aphasia. That is not her name.
Wow, that's funny, though, that you're forgetting the word. And aphasia.
I know, and aphasia is the term. Tony, what was your character's name?
Which one?
The one with the spider
Shit,
climb.
oh, I'm forgetting.
The cleric.
Also had a fun spider spiritual weapon. Aunt Sunday.
Yeah.
It was a while ago.
I gotta look.
Dasku was your character.
Yeah, I remember Dasku.
No, it doesn't matter. It's not the game we're playing.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. It's not important. It's like when you're remember an actor and you're like, what's that actor's name? What's that D&D?
Abaya.
Abaya.
by.
And Aunt Helen was the spider.
Aunt Helen, that's right. All right, are you dashing? Okay.
You want me to stop?
Yep.
I was just moving where I
do.
was.
I do.
Okay.
And I would like you to move back 1 square, please.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you get there, you hear sort of this spinning noise, like a. And as you peek around the corner, and you can go ahead and peek around the corner a little bit.
Okay. And I was gonna go along. Oh God, I was gonna go along with while like I'm keeping pace with Vela and
Elva.
I'm blinking Elva. I want to say Ava. I have a friend's daughter's name is Ava. It's messing me up. Anyways, Elva. So this would have been like, in theory, I was just moving like into position where I would indicate intent. But I mean, it's up.
That's fine.
Hurry, everyone, get over here.
All right, so Elva, are you dashing and doing 120, or are you doing 60 and being careful?
I'll swim at 60 and then watch where I'm going.
Okay.
I figure I'm already moving twice as fast as most people.
I would like you to make. I'm going to ask for your passive perception.
20.
Okay. You don't necessarily see because you're swimming in the water. But when you get to here, you see sort of these dangling threads hanging over the cliff face. They strike you. They're translucent. They just sort of catch maybe the wind in just the right way that you can.
You're using
see
strike in the non-literal sense.
in the non-literal,
Okay.
It struck me that this is what's happening.
Right. Okay.
I've not been struck by weird translucent tentacles.
You have not.
Just wanted to clarify.
Vela, you can see them because you can see them because you're at the same height as them. So as soon as you get to here, you see these sort of half sloth, half spider creatures with these translucent threads hanging out of their mouth. Sort of
Spider creatures?
Floating, yes.
I always have to be spiders.
Floating into the... Okay.
I shout back to Mary. Just so that she knows how the Guardian works.
I don't understand what a hit point is.
I don't know
Vela.
how much... How do you know how much damage it's done?
No.
Is this like the age of the victims?
Oh no. 30 and 60. So that's what you guys see. I am gonna roll a perception check for them. The only one that's actually sort of in quasi harm's way with this, not yet, because she saw it coming in, is Elva. So.
No, aren't I right next to one?
You are, but they are sort of.
They're fishing.
They're
fishing.
They're fishing.
They're focusing on the water.
Correct. So neither one is going to see Elva coming. They don't see Vela. They don't see Robes. So.
I'm going to psychically... Oh, I didn't yell that. I psychically did that. And then I will psychically say, we'll have to take care of some fisher spiders before the mushrooms come.
I can't remember. Can we reply back to your psychic messaging? No, we can't.
I
right?
sent that to the Mychonid Brain Trust.
Oh.
So they can reply because I'm in the Mychonid Brain Trust.
Me, I'm just getting my sword
But
ready.
you.
I'm just gonna kill them.
And then after that, I will say to Robes, we probably need to kill these before we bring the mushrooms down, right?
That makes sense to me.
But you can't
I'll
reply
just
to
wink.
that.
So
She falls out of the sky.
Nubin will ask Vela also. Do you need an extra hand? Because I'm still back on the shore.
Can he swim?
Yeah, he doesn't have anything that holds him back. I was just kind of hanging back to see what was going to happen.
But like, you're not going to drown in fast-moving river water. Like,
He can run on water.
oh, that's right.
That's true. I can run on water.
Come and punch
And
him
up
in the
walls.
face.
And
I'll punch
on
him
the
in the
walls.
face.
Yeah,
Holy hell.
So if we're kicking this off, I'm going to kick this off.
You win.
Are we good to go, Paul?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm going to Misty Step up there and attack it.
All right. Sorry, I need to add an active encounter. All right. Go ahead. Put yourself. They know you're there. So I guess I'm gonna let them roll an initiative.
Yeah. You give us
You
a
got an
surprise
encounter
round if
running?
you
Well,
want.
I thought I was thinking about whether or not you guys got a surprise round out of it, but they saw Elva, so they're not completely unawares of.
You said they didn't, I thought.
You said they didn't.
Oh, I did. I did say that. So yeah, everybody gets a surprise round. Yeah.
Get in here, Robin.
Okay. I'm not close enough to see anything.
You're in
you
the
would have
brain
heard
trust.
me. You would have heard my brain trust thing, but you also were staying with the mushroom, so it's up to you.
Right. I mean, I guess I'll put myself in initiative, but I just assumed this was going to be everybody else doing something.
It's also not going to take long.
Yeah, you
Fair.
could totally snipe
I
those
would
guys.
have
for
asked
sure.
the little guy to come by me. I can't move any of the Mychonids,
Oh.
but we're circling that spiritual weapon, and I really want the little guy to be next to me.
Okay, I'll
just
move
in
him
case.
Aww.
Does that
Hey.
work? Does that work?
Well, maybe between between Nubin and I. Because we know there's a gelatinous cube up in that area that's slinked off, so
Yep.
I'm trying to block the way, so...
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. So, we will begin, I believe, with Tony.
All right, so I'm going to go 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. I did not move past the wall, Mr. Computer Man.
Remember,
But you did, because it tried to go a straight line. You just have to arrow key it.
And then 10 feet, it's 10 feet down. Well, for a monk, you can do monk shit. You could probably just jump
Right,
out
so
of the
that's...
water.
Right, so then I'm going to try to get up... God. Sorry.
Your swim speed is probably half.
Oh, I'm
He
not
can run
swimming.
on the water.
I am running.
Oh, he can run on water. And
I'm right there?
And you can climb the 10 feet, too?
Yep.
He can run on walls.
Okay, I forgot about all the monk shit. Yep, okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Cool monk shit. And then I'm going to...
I want to make sure you guys all know you can still hear the mallet hammering, and you don't know what they're saying. Mary knows it's now a string of curse words. There's a great deal of unhappiness in Giant.
Does a 15 or a 14 hit?
I believe both do. Hold on.
You said 2 spiders. We can only see one.
The other one's behind you. I mean, Vela, the other one is behind you. Elva,
Stop it.
Watch it.
That's actually
The
true.
other one's dangling above you.
Oh, I can see. Okay, I can see it a little tiny little.
One second, Tony. Sorry, I thought I had popped this sheet out, and I apparently closed it.
Also, just so it's clear, I love spiders.
15 and 14 does not hit.
Neither of them hit?
Nope.
Oh boy.
I'm shocked as well, honestly.
All right. So then I will spend a key point and punch.
An 18 will hit.
And punch.
An 18 will hit. So 2 punches. It's less spider, more lobster. with a spider face.
Oh, good.
Um,
Well, I punch it for 19 damage.
Okay. It is still up. It makes like a chittering noise and then it sucks up this filament into its face, and bites it off and lets it fall to the ground when it gets about halfway there, and then it turns to face you. But that's not its turn. Is anything else, Newbin?
I think that's it for now.
I should pop a picture of a cave fisher in for you guys.
How bloodied does it look? Like, does it look like it just sort of winced a little, or does it look like it was like
It took a fair amount of damage.
Okay.
That's not what I wanted. It doesn't look like it's on death's door, but neither does it look like that was nothing.
Got it. Ah.
I didn't know there were pinchers.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, there's claws. All right.
I'm going to find out soon.
All right.
No, Newbin just said that telepathically to everyone. I didn't know there were pinchers.
Did I skip Vela? I skipped Vela.
That's fine. Vela is gonna cast Bane at the. She's actually gonna move ever so slightly forward to confirm there are only 2.
Okay.
And now that she can see and confirm that she doesn't see any others in the area, she's gonna cast Bane.
Okay.
So they have charisma saving throws to make.
You got it.
Low charisma, lobstrosities.
Oh, they're super low.
Doesn't surprise me. -4?
Oh! Yeah, was that? So I am concentrating, and then for every attack or saving throw they make, they have to roll a d4 to subtract. It's the opposite of blessed.
Opposite of blessed. Got it. Gotcha. Okay. -2. All right.
Well, with that low charisma, we have to assume that they're not related to Carrie.
Nice.
Because she had tons of charisma.
It's true. Oh, Carrie. And now that I've done that, do I feel like I'm in range being here?
Oh yeah, you're right up on this guy. Because you're flying, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna bonus action disengage.
Okay.
And go here.
Okay. You got it. All right. That it for Vela?
That is it for Vela.
Robespierre, what's happening?
Ooh, I don't know. I'm getting a call, maybe? That was weird.
Oh.
Anyone else hear that call? Nope. Anyways, okay. No. Sorry, it was like someone trying to call me on Slack, I think.
Oh, on Slack, okay.
Yeah, sorry. That's weird. Okay, sorry.
It was Waith. He was calling.
It's like, am I having like a seizure or something? All right, anyways, so I'm gonna, Waith. It's like, Waith. I'm gonna pull Waith out of the sheath and strike down on this fellow with my greatsword, or with Waith. All right, cool. So there is not usability. I can't remember how to do this without using the ability. Don't use ability. Damn it. Okay, still did anyways.
You pushed the button.
Well, when you push the way it's interpreted it's like every time I click to roll it also tries to use the ability, which is weird. Anyways, 28. So 28
definitely hit. Yeah, for sure.
That's gonna be a hit, and this is just normal damage, no special stuff going on. 21.
Whoa.
Is that right? Yeah, that's right.
All right.
It's still up.
Yeah, it's still up, but it looks just like within the last 12 seconds a lot has happened.
I feel like we're killing it. It like was not even hostile.
Looks like George Bush on 9/11.
All right, I'm gonna move around and just kind of like, like run past it with a second strike.
Okay.
18.
Will hit.
All right, and then 15 points of damage.
He's still up.
Wow.
But
okay.
He doesn't look like he's got much more going on for him.
Yeah, I got nothing else I could do that I want to do.
Okay.
So that's gonna be all, and I'm just gonna stay right there on this corner.
Okay. Which one is this? It's this one. This one is going.
Has a surprise round.
Oh, he doesn't have a surprise.
Yeah, we're in the
I
surprise round.
forgot I was in the surprise round. All right.
He's
Yep.
gonna
Elva,
be real
go
sad
ahead.
about it when this game is over. With a stupid surprise round. They
No,
killed off
no. These guys are no. It is totally legit. Go ahead.
All right. Well, I'm gonna swim over and climb up. Do you need an athletics to do that, or is it scalable? Or
It's scalable. All of these things are like really rough hewn, and if you, yeah, I'm just gonna call it difficult terrain. Is what I'm gonna call it.
Okay, so double move would do 20 feet, so that's I can get to there.
Sure.
And then I will bonus action ignite my sword and swing.
Giver.
24.
Misses. No. Okay.
Oh. I always have to put on the fire damage. For 26 damage on the first one.
Okay.
Second attack also hits a 24.
This time it misses. No, it's the same.
Oh, that didn't do the fire damage. Why did you not do the fire damage?
Wait a minute, I have to check
Told
something.
it to do the fire damage.
I have to check something with fire damage. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, it did 12 physical damage and then an extra 4 fire damage.
Well, it did an extra 8 because now it is vulnerable to fire damage. So you did 20 damage, I think, then, right?
Yes.
Okay. So as you cut in with the second one, it's the sort of that Icarish blood and when your flame sword touches it, the blood ignites, and you can start to see this cave fisher is glowing and screeches and screams at you, which
let's put it out of its misery with my third attack.
It is extremely loud screech.
I only hit a 13.
A 13 will miss. I have you guys at 0 rerolls. Is that right?
No.
Yeah.
We had rerolls last week for sure.
How?
We
didn't play last week.
Oh, last time we played.
When I looked on
Jerk.
Hold on. Twitch is gonna look really weird for a second. Hold on. Let me go to the.
Also, Tony had extra magic items. You need to remind me what those were.
Right. Yeah.
You had 4. So
4 magic items?
No.
Oh.
But you did have 4 rerolls. So. Oops.
I'm pretty sure Tony had a deck of many things, an absorbing tattoo.
I don't think we want to give Tony a deck of many things. I see that ending poorly.
I don't even want to give Newbin one, much less Tony.
I am looking forward to that book.
I
think of the books that are listed for next year, that one.
The book of many things
has my attention. Yeah. Things you can do with a deck of many things. That's fun. Okay. So now this thing is glowing red. The 13 does miss. I'm assuming you don't want to use a reroll since
I'm not gonna.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it is screeching, and I don't want it to alert anything more than it needs to. I might use a reroll.
Okay.
Unless anyone feels strongly that I should not.
No, go for it.
All right, I'm going to use it because I don't want this thing to scream any longer than it needs to. 25.
Oh, putting it out of its misery.
That'll
That's
hit.
Nice.
No, he just doesn't want the thing up there
It's
swearing
22.
in giant to hear the screeching.
22
It's
damage.
both.
All right.
Yeah, 22, but
the fire would have doubled.
16 fire.
Yeah,
so.
it actually like burns
So-
up in front of you. It's dead. The screeching stops, but it does.
It's actually 30 damage altogether.
It does ignite in a bright glowing flame.
Oh, we can see now.
I'm going to use my object interaction to kick it in the water.
Okay.
Nice.
It is a large creature. I am going to ask for a strength check on that.
Okay. Would it be athletics?
Yeah, athletics is fine. Okay.
15.
I was looking for anything over a 10 or, I didn't
Does
think
he need a deck save to see if he melts his
No,
boot?
he's super dead. Oh, no, it's not.
I didn't mean to fight out. He's kicking a burning thing.
All right.
That's real big. You've melted boots with less.
The mallet stops. The mallet, Mary, you understand. You after the screech, you're listening and you can hear. What's that? What's that flame? So, and the malleting has ceased. Next up, Kay Fisher, who's still surprised. I'm so surprised. Are you surprised, Meriwether?
We'll do the group think and just let them know it's no longer cursing, and it seems to be aware that something's going on. So be careful, whatever that giant is. I think it knows that you're there.
Tony, we'll have this ready for you when you need it.
Ooh.
Nice.
That looks like fun.
Wait, what did I miss? I wasn't looking at Discord.
A actual physical deck of many things.
Nice.
And a second deck of the Deck of Many Fates.
Oh.
I don't even know what that is.
Like a bad idea.
It's a thing that they made up for this, but they're actually kind of fun character ideas.
Oh.
Like you could deal out. I want to do it for a campaign at some point. Deal all the characters at level 1 of Fate from the Deck of Many Fates.
Ooh.
Because it's like it's a lot of story driven stuff.
That sounds fun.
Cool.
I love having like stuff like that makes you limits the scope, but also gives you lots of stuff to work with. Okay. So Meriwether warns everybody that the giant's aware. Anything else, Meriwether?
No, I'm just gonna I'll hold an action.
Okay.
If there's something hostile that comes towards us, I will fire my arrow.
You got it.
Well, fire my bow, fire an arrow, whatever.
Passive and transitive, or no, transitive and intransitive. Understood. Newbin, you're back up.
Oh, all right. I am going to take a couple more swings with Hoffnungsval.
Okay. 12 will miss. It was an unlucky roll. So will a 13.
I am going to put Hoffnungsval away, and I'm going to spend another key point.
Okay. $22 will definitely hit. 26 points of... Oh, that was...
No, that wasn't an attack.
Sorry, I was like, what the F? Why do you ever use the hammer? Okay. All right.
But I did 13.
13 will do it. So you're...
And I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna hit it a second time just for posterity.
All right. What does that look
right
like?
in the throat, in case it doesn't scream.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna punch it once in the head, and before it even has a chance to fall, I punch it a second time right in the throat and make sure it's quiet.
All right. As it stops like hissing, spitting at you, you guys took him out in a round and some change, which is basically 8-9 seconds. So this has all gone down. So as there's just this noise happens, this screaming happens, this hey, what the hell is that? And fire, because then the burst of flame on the side, and you're starting to hear the sounds of a sort of a splashing step to the north. Well, actually, Vela.
I can see something to the north.
Yeah, you see a giant head, grayish, big noggin, kind of sort of looks like this form is sort of creeping to the south and trying to peer down the riverway, but doesn't look like it can fit.
Is the water wheel turning?
The water wheel is off its axis. It looks like that might have been the thing that fell into the water.
Got it. All right. Are we still in initiative?
No.
Would you like us to just stay that way?
No.
Okay. Well, I would like to groupthink message that there's
that encounter. Hold on.
There's a giant heading this way. I'm gonna send him off the trail, and I'm gonna reach into the fuzzy bag and pull out a ball and send it towards the water wheel. I'm also gonna let the group know that there's a water wheel that I think we should fix, and maybe it will alleviate the flooding issue so the Mychonids can come safely. All that. And a rollable table. Do I have that rollable table?
I don't think you do.
No, I don't.
A panther.
Yes. As it comes. Oh, nice.
Have we got a panther yet? Is it the first time you get a panther?
No. Yeah.
Oh, this isn't the good rollable table that makes the monster for me come right out.
Sorry.
That's fine. I'll just grab it while you're talking. Go ahead.
The panther comes out, and I'm gonna say, "Go find the giant, and then come back, and you can decide how much of it understands."
Like, we've played it so that they follow your commands, right? Because it says it'll follow your command, right?
Yeah, it's just whether or not it's intelligent enough to do to go and come back. So.
Intelligence of 3. Other people in the room.
Okay,
how would you rule that?
Then I will say.
We've let the
patrol the giant. That's what I'll go with.
Patrol the giant.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that seems more complicated than go look and come back, but
Stalk the giant. That seems to be a panther word. Stalk the giant.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
also an interesting band name.
Yeah.
The rule is written is you can use the bonus action to command how the creature moves and what action it takes.
Right.
Or give general orders.
But I think like the intelligence being like go north and look at it, I think would be the extent.
Yeah, then you could like command it to come back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think. So you can maybe like do like just a 2-part command.
Yeah, except I would need to shout at it then, and I don't want to shout at it to come back.
Yeah, I guess it's implied that you're saying this command.
Yeah. Oh, I could telepathically say it.
There you go.
I think telepathy implies that the creature has language. And I think that might be a stretch to say you can telepathically and it would understand.
Well, then how does it understand?
I don't know. I guess
It's fine.
Listen,
I'm not worried
Sam
about
does
it.
not really know what I'm saying most of the time, but he knows a few words.
Yeah.
It's fine. I was not planning to
I'm
back.
kind of thinking it's like a dog. So if you want to telepathically command it, that's fine. But it's basically about the same amount you'd get from a dog.
Tasha or Arlo?
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt and give you Arlo.
Do I have food or do I not? Because if I don't have food, Arlo's useless.
Yeah, I know.
He understands and chooses to ignore.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a cat.
He does understand and chooses to ignore. So I'm giving you Tasha's like, I just like being here. Hello.
Yes. Can I have a treat too?
Yep.
I stood next to him while he sat.
Yep. To be fair, she can't sit.
No.
Anyway.
So that's what I do. Carry on.
Okay. I'm gonna check this guy's perception. Oh, he is proficient. I'm gonna give him a perception check. Yeah, he's gonna notice the panther. He's gonna walk over here. Walk over here. Oh, I think he can see you guys.
Surely not.
If you look on the Twitch, you can see that I surely can. uh, so I didn't know I could, but he was just going to come over here and look. And he's going to, look at you guys and sort of shrug. And then he's going to go back this way. And you hear him pick something up.
That's a big one. Like, wait, what type of giant is that?
Oh man, that's a stone giant.
Are they good ones or bad ones?
Hard to tell. Stone giants mostly just want to, do their thing.
Okay. Good to know.
They like to make stuff.
I'll share that with Vela and Noob.
I'll put it in the group thing.
Well, all of the giants are acting beyond their normal behaviors, though. We'll need to be careful. The hill giants don't often work together, but here they are, so... While it may prefer to be making stuff, it might have other orders at the moment.
Maybe, but maybe it's worth talking to him.
Yeah, Mary wants to put in the group thing, just asking Vela if Waith speaks giant and can act as an interpreter, because I'm not over there. I speak giant, but Waith seems to maybe possibly have some abilities. But I can't ask.
I'll group think that to robes.
Yeah.
Winston, I don't think it says, but I'm going to say a sentient sword that is all about giants can understand giant.
Yeah.
I am going to say if we're going to do the whole it tells you what to say in giant thing, we're going to have performance checks again. So
yeah.
So I'll tell you this: it does say it speaks giant.
Okay.
And common.
Okay.
And can communicate telepathically.
So it could communicate to the giant directly, or does it only communicate with the person
with its
holding
wielder?
it?
With its wielder. Yep.
Which maybe this whole I forgot. I might have lost this thread, but I don't think Waith can talk to anybody else.
I assumed it wasn't.
I think that's right.
No,
I forgot about that.
The only person I think I've had him talk to is you. I've had it so that he can hear what other people are saying, though.
That makes sense.
If he can detect giants, it makes sense that he could hear us.
Yeah.
Or maybe he can just hear giants.
I don't know. You can understand giant and common, so.
So while you guys are sharing messages, the stone giant has retrieved whatever it was looking for. You hear it sort of splooshing around. The water is rushing, and you hear like a heave, and the wheel is being kind of pulled onto its axis again. And then another giant is coming down to help him lift it on and secure it.
I'm gonna...
He looks at you and then just looks back at his friend, and they're just going back to work.
I think they're fixing the mill.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I think just hold tight. Maybe that's why the water's not moving where it needs to go. And if it is the mill that creates the flood, well then we'll destroy it. But if it fixes it, no need to fight a giant unless we need to.
Well, I'm all for not killing something that isn't harming anyone.
I subtly give a little thumbs up in case he sees me anymore.
He doesn't appear to care.
Perfect.
That's
what I was going for.
Okay. So, Waith, I guess we could have Waith translate what they're saying to each other. They're like, many of these paddles are broken. And so they're like taking it back off the access point so that they can repair the paddles.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like this might be a while.
I'm gonna take a little rest while we're deciding what to do.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to eke out a short rest if we don't ambush them, basically.
While he's resting, I'll start rigging up the rope system just in case. So I'll put a rope around that big pillar that's right next to me.
Okay.
And then fly back to see how close I can get to the steps.
How long's your rope?
50 feet of hempen rope.
So like half of it would be used just going around the pillar.
Right, I figured it was going to be really close. That's why I said see how far I can get, because it's 30 feet from that pillar to the wall, and I wasn't sure if I was going to make it that far.
Well, if somebody's got another 50, that would make it a lot easier. But you could maybe get it to about here.
Oh, sorry. Now I'm looking at Discord and not looking at Found.
I have 50-foot hempen rope.
Well, I'm gonna have a little peek in this passageway over here just to make sure there's nothing else creeping around that might cause an issue.
Which one are you peeking in?
The one to the south of where I am.
Sure, go ahead and look in there.
And Newbin's going to ask telepathically to the mushroom guys what the...
This is an accurate representation. There's not...
No, it is not. I'm sorry.
There's not a token that should be there that isn't?
There's not a token. There's stuff.
Okay.
So when you peek in, you see a number of like human skeletons. They look absolutely ancient. These have been dead for perhaps a century or more. And in the corner is a small wooden chest. And there are two of the skeletons appear to have been have died over it. To your mind, it looks like they were fighting near the chest.
Well, that's worth a look.
Okay.
Do you say that in our head? Do we know you're in there?
Yep, group think. Well, that's worth a look.
Okay. So what you see is as you get closer, because it was sort of like a jumble of bones that had lain over this small wooden chest, and there's a stiletto stuck in the lock.
Oh. Well.
Kinky.
I will see about doing some investigating on perhaps a trapped chest.
Okay, go ahead and give me an investigation roll.
12.
It doesn't appear trapped. It does appear to be quite locked, and the stiletto appears to be... It appears to have effed up the lock.
Okay.
Like somebody tried to pick the lock with the stiletto. The stiletto's all rusted now and a mess. It's sort of jammed in there really good. And the box is just sort of stuck shut.
Curiosity's the worst. I'm gonna try to pry it open.
Describe how you're doing that.
I'm looking to see what I've got in my equipment that might be able to be used as a pry. Well, do these guys have weapons and things?
They do. You're like all their
If there's
clothes
like
have long since rotted off, but you're seeing like a short sword and a scimitar. But they are as rusted and as knackered looking as the stiletto rusted into the lock.
Well, I'll grab one of the short swords and test it to make sure it's got a little bit of tensile strength, and then I'm going to use it as a pry bar.
Okay, you think you might get one good pull out of this thing before it snaps.
Okay.
So, just to describe this is just about about 18 inches wide by about 10 inches deep and 12 inches high. So just a very small, not small, but we're not talking steamer trunk treasure chest here. We're talking like
it's a smaller thing.
Go to Joann's and buy the fake treasure chest thing that they have there, size.
That one.
Yeah, I know it because I go into that section all the time for crates and things.
Yeah.
But it's basically about a bread basket, I guess is the best way to put it, or a bread box. And so.
It's totally gonna make you lose at 20 questions. You'll never guess it.
I know, because my first thing would be it's like a Joann's treasure chest. Okay, so go ahead and it is possible to break this.
Okay.
It is possible. The DC, I'm just going to call it right now, is 25. I'm going to give you, because it's a shitty ass sword, I'm going to give you a +5 and not advantage because of using the tool. Oh,
okay.
Wait, advantage is +4. I'll give you a +3. Because it's a.
So on top of my strength.
Yep.
Okay. Really unlikely, but I'll try. Nope.
Okay. The sword snaps. No damage. Nothing awful.
Yeah.
But
I'll
you still
toss it aside and pick the chest up and carry it out with me.
All right. Oh, all right. I'm gonna.
We do have a rogue.
I think Tony said or Nubin was gonna do something. I wanted to check in with him. Then I want to check in with Mary.
Our rogue is being regularly viewed by a giant, so I didn't want to call for any help right now.
Nubin is going to ask telepathically to the mushroom dudes what the paddle wheel is for, what it runs.
Nice.
Oh, the paddle wheel is a new thing that came with the giants.
Okay, so we don't want it to be working then.
We don't know what they use it for. It's connected to the forge. We don't know what it does. We're not sure it's actually ever worked the way it's supposed to.
Nubin's going to ask everybody else then. We'll accept Winston, so I'll let Winston know what we just heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, robes, whatever. Yeah, I was looking at Winston. Yeah. I'll share that, and I'll say out loud and kind of I think it at the same time. So should we take on the giants? Should we make sure that the wheel stays broken, or should we just ignore them and try to walk past?
I mean, my understanding of a paddle wheel is it needs fast, quickly moving water to be effective, right? I mean, that's what makes it spin. So,
right.
It's not going to make the water slow down. They probably want to harness the energy of the water. Is my guess.
Correct. Right, but if this paddle wheel is operating some machinery that the
Absolutely,
giants
Yeah.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because then they'll have that energy for whatever they're doing, and we don't know what they're doing, but it's most likely no good.
Okay.
So sabotage isn't a bad idea.
The panther did not go nearly as far as I thought it was going to because I didn't realize how close the giants were. I thought it was gonna like jump in the water and walk to like a different crack. So I'm gonna call out to it. Come boy. And have it come back to me. Do you want to like go punch the wheel?
The panther?
Are you talking to the panther?
Panther's like, I don't really punch.
I thought you were talking to the. I was like, Barry, it batting at the wheel.
I'm just petting the panther at this point because it's gonna hang out with me.
So funny.
Do you want to go punch the wheel?
I could. I can't see it yet, so I'm not even sure where it's at this point.
I'm just not sure how. Oh, I was doing a rope.
Yeah, you were working on the rope, and I think you can get with if you've got Robespierre's rope, you're gonna be fine to create this sort of to get like a zip liney sort of thing for them.
Okay.
Or however you want to do it.
So maybe I'll start back here by the cliff face, and then come to the pillar and just do a wrap around it.
Yep.
And then see.
You think?
And then
you think that you'd probably be able to get them over this bit here without trouble?
That's what I was hoping you were gonna say. Perfect. Yeah. So I'm gonna wrap it around that thing, and then because the giants don't seem to care about me, I'm going in with the rope to over here.
Okay.
Yep. Gotta move my token.
Then this now, when you get there, when you start getting the rope over to here, the paddle wheel, which is 15 feet in diameter and roughly 5 feet in depth, is up like on this cliff face, and they are repairing boards on it. And one of them is like installing like a shank made out of stone to go onto the axle, and it like just beefing the entire thing up is what it looks like they're doing. And then what you see behind this giant here is this massive like crankshaft axle system that is going into this. It's been bored into the it's not really a cliff, but into the rock face. So like it's going through this bit of cave.
The wheel is gonna like have an axle that starts there.
The axle.
It's gonna be so much bigger.
The wheel's spinning, and then it's turning. There's a complicated bit of cogs and crankshafts, and so like.
Oh, okay, got it.
It's turning this thing, which has got cogs. It's turning another, and then it's turning another, and then
some sort of fun Rube Goldberg thing.
It's not so much a Rube Goldberg thing. It's just like
a machine.
Multiple axes turning so that the thing can hit the water, spin an axle that goes up, that goes through the rock wall into what you're seeing firelight and feeling heat to the north.
Got it. Okay.
You assume that that's the forge area.
I do assume that. I use a python and I get the rope secure. Okay.
As you're tapping the stone into the python into the stone, piton.
Right. I know it's piton. Sorry. Every time.
I don't know that it is. I've just heard Matt Mercer call it.
It is. Yeah.
Okay.
Also, this mug makes me real sad. I have to carry it to make our merch show. You have to hold the mug and sip out on top of the handle.
Yeah, I know.
You might need to adjust this mug.
Yeah, I know. It made me sad.
This sweatshirt is very nice, though.
Yay! Thanks.
Pretty nice tank top too.
Okay.
Can I chime in?
Yeah.
While I'm sitting here and everybody's doing all of this,
Yeah.
I want to take off my helm of underwater, or that helm of underwater action
What it
that
does,
I have.
yeah.
I think it's called.
Yep.
It requires attunement, so I'm gonna give it to the Mychonid King and have him attune to it while we're sitting here. It'll give him an ability to swim up to 30 feet and breathe underwater. So I just am gonna give that to him.
Okay.
Smart.
So as he sits there tuning to it, you can see it slowly growing in size, and it takes on sort of this, like, what's that character's name in Mario Kart?
Yoshi.
Waluigi.
Waluigi's
Wait,
a
no,
good guess.
Yoshi's the
Yoshi's the dinosaur.
The dinosaur.
Toadstool.
Toad.
Oh, you're talking about Toad, yeah.
The helmet starts to take on a look like Toad's head. That sort of hat that he's got on. Anyway. but it takes on that sort of look as it attunes to him, growing much, much larger than it was while Mary was wearing it. And that's those who rested may take the benefits of a short rest. Those who were collecting treasure and pitons, Ed, we're still going to say that you didn't take a whole hour to get back there. I'm just going to say that we were going to have an hour. So
fine.
If you wanted to short rest, but if you were treasure hunting and or tapping in pitons and stuff, you cannot. But Mary could, Noob could, and Ropes could. Unless you guys are going to do something else. But just handing somebody a helmet does not break a short rest.
I mean, unless we get attacked, that's all I did.
Okay.
So.
Cool. All right. Take whatever benefits you wish from a short rest. But in the middle of that short rest, unless this changes things, Elva will come out with a small strongbox. Small chest. With a stiletto rusted stuck into the lock.
Does it take me a full hour to do the rope?
Nope.
So when I finish the rope, I'll be super intrigued.
Okay.
And walk over to Elva with my panther.
I'll jump across.
Okay. Yeah, no worries. And there you go. What do you want to do?
I would like to investigate the chest.
It seems the lock is pretty well beat up. I tried to pry it open, but it didn't work.
So I'm gonna investigate it, see if there's anything. Does it look like I can pick it?
As you take a peek at it, well, give me an investigation check, because if you straight up, it's not a high DC, but yeah, okay, you cleared it. The lock would have been probably well within your skill set to pick, except for somebody tried to pick it with a stiletto and messed up the mechanism. You think you still got a shot, but it's gonna be hard.
To be clear, I found it with that in there. I tried a sword.
It'll be a DC 20 if you want to try to pick it. I don't know why I'm yelling out the DCs now, but it's mostly so that I make sure I'm being straightforward.
So that you have one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of appreciate it.
I don't like to break the verisimilitude of it, but you know.
Sleight of hand, right?
No, it's a Thieves' Tools proficiency check, but you can use Sleight of Hand because it'd be roughly the same thing.
Well, okay, yeah, because it's Dex plus my proficiency bonus, right?
Yeah.
There's just no button for rolling Thieves' Tools.
I know. No.
You can put them. You can move the Thieves' Tools onto your quick bar and roll them. They're rollable.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Or just find them in your inventory and roll them.
I did. Okay. I clicked on it in proficiencies, not in inventory.
Yeah.
Not today.
Good news, bad news. The good news is that you're able to free this rusted stiletto from there, so you can kind of pull that out.
Does it fit?
Does it what?
Fit. My foot.
Oh.
I've never owned a stiletto before.
It's a knife?
Oh, it's not an actual stiletto?
No, it is an actual stiletto. It's not what the shoes were named after.
Shoes were named after a type of knife called a stiletto.
Oh, I put it in the chat and everything.
Oh. I thought you were being clever. I didn't realize you actually thought that was the origin of the word.
Well, that makes me all sad.
Yeah, sorry. No, it's a very thin blade.
Yeah.
I was actually gonna make a joke about it being a knife, not a shoe, and I thought, nah, she knows that. That won't fly.
Right.
Sure doesn't. Well, they're boring. That's not any fun. Is it a switchblade stiletto?
No. Just a stiletto. It's a rusted stiletto. I'm sorry to let you
It's
down.
really just like a rusted chopstick at this point.
Such a disappointment.
I was so
So
excited with
disappointed.
it. Like, it's such a weird thing to have it be in there, and you're like, oh, since it's not a shoe that didn't exist.
I was into it, Paul.
Everybody tries to pick locks with knives.
I honestly had no idea you didn't. Like, I thought you were being silly.
Yep.
Me too.
No, I probably knew at some point in my life, but tonight is not that day.
I'm disappointed that I wasn't able to find an image of someone putting a stiletto into a lock, because I feel like that idea would be someone had done it in like a stock photo, but I couldn't find it.
Oh, I would
try one more time.
I would have
look
thought
for
so,
look
too.
for the shoe stiletto in a lock.
Yeah, I kept putting like stiletto heel, stiletto shoe, because
Yeah.
there's like people locking stilettos, which is weird, or putting locks on stilettos, which is I guess kinky, but no stilettos in a lock.
Wait, is it kinky because it's in that one? It was a shoe.
Yeah, it was like a shoe with like a lock hanging from it, which I guess is kind of like, I don't know.
Got it.
I don't know. People do weird things. I'm gonna show you the picture.
Oh man!
Check your search history later.
That's right.
For
some safe search.
Oh, well.
What those are for?
Just
kidding. I just thought it'd be a funny thing to say. I'm sorry.
No, it
Now
Lock's
I'm
not very
imagining
secure.
it.
Lock the shoe on.
You know.
All right, so you have this box without a stiletto in it, and there's
still no shoes.
And there's two giants that are finishing up work and have repaired the wheel in the course of the hour and are now going to attach it back to that axle. If you wished to have some planning, if you guys wish to have planning conversation time, that could have also occurred during this short rest. So go ahead and any things you want to discuss about this, go ahead, please, or not. You guys can do whatever you want.
Are we gonna kill the giants, or what are we doing here?
They're really big.
They also haven't been remotely aggressive, so I'm opposed to just killing them.
So are we going to try to go around?
They've noted our presence multiple times and paid no attention. So I'd be inclined to talk to them.
You speak giant?
I don't.
So Mary should talk to them.
Well, we could try common. There's no reason they may speak common just fine.
Fair point. I'm gonna offer, after roping and not getting a shoe, I'm gonna go back where Mary is and offer to let her try the rope first to see if it, like...
Get it,
I know she...
if it holds me, then these little bitty mushrooms should be just fine. I get what you're saying.
But also, you speak giant, and so if I'm here, then we're not leaving the Mychonids alone. But if you fall, I know that you can turn into something that swims, and not die, and then you can test the rope and check on the giants to see if they, are nice when you talk to them. Not
okay,
because
so
I think you're heavy.
And then test the giants to make sure they're not hostile. All right, I'll do that for you, Vela. I'm just teasing you, dear. I think
you're deliberately misunderstanding me, Mary.
I think I am. It's sometimes fun. I'm sorry. I'll behave. All right, I'll test her rig with my whole furball self.
I don't have any reason to believe that. I'm not gonna make a survival check or anything. The rope works just fine, and there's no. You have a strength over 10, right? Like.
No, I don't.
Oh,
I have a strength of 9.
Oh.
Oh, let me reconsider.
I do declare. If you take your time with it, it's fine.
Okay.
If you were in a rush, though, I might have a athletics check on it.
I think I'll just, be careful.
Okay. Take your time, and then this is not important for right now, but because you're standing right in front of them, I should point out in Dungeon Draft, these are stalactites.
Okay.
So you can use them for partial cover. Just wanting to let you know.
There are corresponding stalagmites below them.
They're stalactites, right? So on their ceiling?
Nope, I meant mites.
Okay.
Okay.
Whatever's on the floor.
Are there corresponding stalactites above them?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's stalagmites, stalactites.
Yeah,
It's G for ground. T.
Ground. C for ceiling.
Yeah.
Yep. I never.
They
remember.
might reach the ceiling. They hold on tight to the ceiling. They might reach
Damn
the
it! There's
ceiling.
so many things, and I still
Poking out of the ground is what you meant, right, Paul?
Yeah, these ones that are gonna provide cover, unless you're flying, like for
Those uppy downy things.
the other.
These are the uppies.
I'm also gonna say they're corresponding, just for the sake of simplicity, for me, and not driving myself nuts. There's corresponding ones from the ceiling for those who are flying. And again, to remind you, the ceiling is, at this point where you guys are at right now, is 10 feet above your head. So flying is not going to be super helpful. No, other way, 30 feet above your head right now, because you've been going down. So the ceiling is 30 feet above, so those of you flying, you have the same cover if you wish to use it in the air. It's just the pointing downy ones. So, but I just for simplicity, I want to make sure that they match. So if these are on the ground, they're also in the ceiling. Okay.
Vela, are you gonna stay with the mushrooms then? When I'm okay.
Yep.
Because they're still by your guardian.
Sorry, did I not? Yeah, I didn't move.
Okay.
My bad. I whacked into a wall.
I know, that hurts, doesn't it?
I like making these caverny things because Dungeon Draft makes really sweet, like auto generates a nice cavern. But putting in the walls to make it so you can't see through them, it either does a crap, like when I do that, it's either like they're in the center of the wall and you can see too much, or it makes it so you can't move. You know?
Yeah.
It's fine. It was my own dumb fault. I tried literally. I picked up my token and moved it through a wall.
Yeah, I like the auto generation on the wall, like how the system works in Foundry. But lately, I've been trying just like Roll20 style fog. You just like erase it.
Oh, you've been just using Fog of War.
Yeah, which I much prefer this, but like I never set it up in a way that I like.
Yeah, I go back and forth on whether or not it's worth it. I barely ever use it in Call of Cthulhu when we have stuff where just in places where I think the tension would be great because you can't see around the corner. Anyway, but I love that it's not so much of a system hog being on Forge. Like it's handling this without chugging at all.
Yeah, and I like how if you reveal it, it stays revealed and all that. Like that's really cool. I think it's a good system. I just commiserating with you.
It's a pain. Okay.
Right. Since I removed my helmet, I don't have dark vision anymore. So if no one else has any light, I do have a gem that
that's right.
that has light. So I would have to use it to see where I'm going. So I don't know. I think everybody else might be able to do dark vision. So I wouldn't imagine. But sometimes people have weapons that light up, or I don't know if there's light in this area or not. It looks like something's lit up. But I don't know.
I lit you, but because you have that torch.
I have the light spell on Elva.
Okay, so if you're lit up, then I wouldn't need extra light. But I just wanted to make sure because I can't see anymore without the helmet.
Well, I mean, you know, the truth is, anyone with dark vision, it's a degraded vision anyway. So having light's nice.
You're not bumping into stalagmites or anything like that.
I don't know. They're kind of gray. Everything is gray. So it's just like hard to tell.
So Vela was telling me that we're thinking of having a conversation with the giants. I'm not sure how persuasive I would come across to them, but I'm willing to act as a translator if we need one.
So, I mean, I could go with you, Mary. Waith also speaks giant, so maybe combined together we could have a good conversation.
That might be a good idea. We just wanted to figure out what they're doing here, if we need to fight them, or if what's the goal?
Well, I can't speak for all you, those of you who've been drinking in the spores, but for me, I think that we have two goals. One, to get past down the river with the Mychonids, and then two, we want to get into the encampment. As long as they don't oppose us, I think that is our main goal. Figure that out. And if they oppose us, then maybe we can get a drop on them.
All right. So maybe Lubin and Elva, would you want to position yourself somewhere to be able to help out if they do oppose us?
Why don't I just walk up with you? I won't be able to understand them, but I'll stand nearby and
Okay.
look friendly.
I don't personally want to get overly close, though, is what I'm saying, because I'm more of a distant fighter. So if they turn on us, I don't want to be right in there.
Then I'll stand in
Giant
front of
grill.
you.
In front of me?
Then I'll
Awesome.
stand in front of you.
I appreciate that.
Good. As will I.
All right.
Okay, you can move yourself up. If this is the area you guys are going to, you can definitely fit a token in here and in here. Okay.
I telepathically tell the panther. Oh no, I can't telepathically. That was the decision.
No, we decided. I'm sorry. I thought I said that you could.
Oh, I can?
Yeah.
Okay. I tell the panther.
It's just that you got to keep it to dog commands.
Right. Protect them. It's pretty close to dog commands. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll give that. Yeah.
You protect.
Sick
I left
balls.
a spot there for you.
Sick balls. All right.
You wanted it.
Do you want the panther up? Okay. There we go.
Oh no, I said I left a spot there for Nubin if you wanted it.
Yeah,
Otherwise, I'll step up there.
I
don't
think that would be more
Panther
Nubin-y.
needs to be
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
So if you don't want to, there you go.
Yeah, okay. All right. So what you guys? I'll use Mary. Okay. Yeah, you can see both of them. They're working. They've now got the water wheel is sort of in the position that you see here. What I kind of want to move him so you can see. So there's the drive shaft is moving, this, which is moving this, which is going into this rock wall here. So like it's a whole bunch of differential axes. So like a horizontal one is moving, a vertical one is moving another horizontal one that's going. I feel like that's maybe explaining this better, which is going into this one. Does that make sense? It's like the drive wheel is spinning a shaft, which is then with gears spinning this shaft, which is then spinning this shaft, which is then spinning one that's going through the rock wall here.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
And the best part is that the way the water is flowing, the current won't hit that wheel anyway.
I know. I came up with this idea after I did the water. Just give me some,
Also,
a little bit of D&D
magic things
on that
don't
one.
exist.
There's an underground channel actually that goes underneath what we're on.
It's possible that
makes
this
sense.
is actually
Yeah,
still
there you
running
go.
this way too. But yeah, I was like, oh, what would be really cool is a water wheel right here. And then I realized afterwards, like, that water wheel's never gonna move because current's all going this way.
They are giants. They're not very bright.
These ones are crafters though. They would get that.
Oh.
Your experience has been with hill giants.
They're real dumb.
They're super dumb, but storm giants are smarter than you. So just
not all of them.
Storm, stone.
That's true. Not all of them. Not all of them. But
You said storm. You meant stone, right?
I didn't. I was saying that
Oh.
there are.
Oh, actually,
there are many kinds of giants, and if you give them.
And there are some that are super
average,
smart.
and there are yeah. If we don't
Got it.
essentialize them, but they have a tendency to be brighter than their hill giant kin, and there are some hill giants that are quite cunning. All right. So, but they tend, in this case, to not engage that part of their lives. So, Okay. So.
Well, I think I would try to get their attention. I'm going to behave, though, as though I'm representing Robespierre, that I'm speaking for him, kind of like I'm his interpreter or something like that. Because
Nice.
he's dressed pretty fancy and everything. So he's the emissary or whatever. And so, excuse me, gentlemen, we're just trying to pass through here, and His Excellency would like to know if we'd be able to come on by without opposition. So, yeah.
And Paul, for the sake of like role play purposes, I'd like to ask Waith to be translating what Mary is saying, so she doesn't have to actually say it to me in common.
Gotcha. So Waith translates.
Nice.
Waith translates that for you, and he tries to do a Mary impersonation, but it's really bad.
Does it sound like Foghorn Leghorn?
No.
It's like
he sounds like Jeff Foxworthy.
Oh.
You might just be a redneck. So.
Like it's a great impression, Waith.
I know it's not good. You don't have to. I'm working on it. Anyway, I know I don't sound like her. All right. Anyway, she said this. So the stone giants like look at each other, and one of them, they both look back, and we don't care where you go. What? Well, where are you? Yeah, and they kind of look at each other and have a little conversation. One of them goes, I guess we care a little bit. Where are you trying to go? Here.
Do you care about some of the places that you don't want us to go? Certain places? Which places would be off limits for us?
And they kind of look at each other and they're like, whoa. And, Mary, give me an insight check.
Okay. I was on a very different page. Here's insight.
Oh, that's fine.
Sorry.
No.
Oh, I want to
Reroll.
re-roll.
Yep, use the reroll.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna use the reroll because that's sad. I don't on a natural one. Okay, 16.
16. Okay. The feeling you get is they're not. These two giants, gentlemen, that you are talking to, you get the sense that their hesitancy is about not really understanding the protocols of what's going on here, and they don't want to give you an answer for which they will get in trouble for later. But they personally do not care that you're here at all.
Right. When I ask if there's places they don't want us to go, because my impression is they wouldn't want us to find a way, like, we're trying to find a way to get to the giants, right? And they don't maybe want us to. So do they happen to like look in any direction, or would any of my party notice that they're like looking in any direction?
The reason I asked for the insight is just to cover some of the reason they're pausing, the pregnant pauses so much. They're not necessarily looking in any direction. They're looking at each other quizzically.
Okay.
And so then finally they say, well, if you wanted to visit the hill giants, you should probably go out and go in the front door. If you're trying to find the Underdark, you should probably keep going here and go left, to the west, in the northwest area.
Is that where those we've heard that there's a colony of like mushroom type creatures that live in this area? Do they live in to the west?
1 second, please. I need to look at something quick. D-Tug. Sweaty D-Tug scared them off. I think he killed several of them and then they left.
I'm sorry, that didn't trend. That's not a word I'm familiar with. Sweaty dog? What's that?
Oh, well, we call him Sweaty. His name is D-Tug. But he's a master weaponsmith. He's a fire giant.
Scared them and killed them and left?
Well, once we get his forge fixed, he'll probably be back, because he's got weapons to make.
Oh, is that what you gentlemen are doing? You're fixing the forge?
Yes.
This is a forge?
Well, this is a force hammer mechanism. Like, this will allow a very large metal hammer to come down from the ceiling and pound the iron. It's a steam hammer, but not without the steam.
Wow. And he'll come back to make more weapons once you fix this.
Yep.
This is a very odd place to have a forge.
Well, I mean, we had to make it. There wasn't heat here before, so we had to add the fire part. We dug it out.
And that's what happened. That's what made the mushroom creature. So if we were here to visit the mushroom creatures, now we're too late. You're telling me.
Oh, I don't know. And you get very much the sense that they're not out to kill mushrooms. They also don't care if they're dead. Sort of, I stepped on an ant. Oh, that kind of mentality. Like, they're not aggressive to you in any way. They also don't look like they don't look like they're just here to do their job and they don't really care. But they're starting to, join a couple of these like spoked drive shafts together.
All right. So when I'm connected to the mushroom mind meld thing, that's a mind thing.
Yep.
So can I relay some of this to Vela and the Mychonids as well as Elva and Nubin, because they're not understanding. Okay. And so Mary will kind of give the gist telepathically, but also say once this thing's fixed, Sweaty Detox coming back and making more weapons, guys. Yep. This might be our chance.
I know that the way that I pronounce that is not how it was going to be spelled, so I'm going to put Sweaty Detox in here.
Oh, I thought it was like Dita. That was the time on Sprockets when we dance.
Oh, no, Detox.
Does he have a monkey?
Yeah. Well, no, but he has pets.
Touch him, love him.
Now I'm going to have Sweaty Detox have the Sprockets voice. Awesome.
He wears a black turtleneck.
Yeah. He kind of does. Alright. It's just made of metal.
So I do want to put that warning out there. I don't necessarily want to take the first action, but I want to warn the party that once this is finished, it does seem like we don't know why they're making those weapons, but
that is troubling, and the heat is what caused issues for the Mychonids. So
maybe ask where the heat, how we get, where we want to stay away from if we want to avoid the heat.
Oh, so you made the fire too. Where did you do that?
And now you've got like this sort of look of pride. And he points over his shoulder, and you can see this flickering light, I think, right? You can
way up in this little corner here?
It's to the northeast, but like this light that's flickering on them,
okay.
They're backlit by this yellowish light to the northeast.
Wow, that is quite impressive. I
Yes,
think it's to the northeast.
we created a sort of a magma well.
Magma well.
Not many stone giants can do it. We did it, and then they give each other fist bumps.
We have to introduce you to Chad. You'll get along swimmingly.
I don't think they're fist bumps.
Also loves fist bumps.
I think of them as like they're playing rock, paper, scissors, and they think of their fists as rocks because they're stone giants, so it's a rock bump.
They also don't look like they skip leg day.
Nice.
When you finished here, gentlemen, is this like, are you stationed here and working and building, or is this like coming in, repairing and leaving, and D-Tog will come back and then do his job?
So this one here kind of steps a little closer.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "Oh, little giantkin, do you miss your home?"
It's been a long time since I've been in my home, and it was having some troubles there, so I had to leave. I do miss it.
I'm sad for you. We miss our home and wish to go back to the mountains.
Whatever are you doing underground? Why aren't you in the mountains where you belong?
Deals were made long ago. Long before even your kind walked, deals were made.
What happens if you just say, you didn't make the deal, so why do you have to keep the deal? What if you walked away?
I think that violates the rule against perpetuities.
He gives you sort of a stern look and says, "Stone giants keep the words of all the stone giants in the bones and in the lore and in the word."
So it's very important that all generations keep the promise, even if they don't agree or don't understand or didn't make it themselves.
He solemnly nods at you.
That is so unfortunate.
It has been the bedrock. We are the keepers of history for the giants. If we don't keep our word, or don't follow what we say we will do, how will people trust our histories?
It's a predicament. Because I could think of, a lot of times where people might take advantage then of this tendency. What if things get distorted over the years, or, your ancestors gave their word thinking it was a good deal and it becomes compromised or distorted over the years?
Giantkin, that is why we carve our words in the stone. They are immutable. They are permanent. They are
Yeah,
forever.
your words, but the other people that are making the deal, they might not be as noble as you. And then you could be used as a weapon of destruction or for something not so trustworthy or noble.
I believe that the Stone Singers... He just sort of gives you like a side look and he says, You have the wisdom of the Stone Singers." And he looks over at his friend and he says, "This is why Slogog and I do only this and no more." And then they fist bump again. You get the idea that
you were really selling it, and then it kind of undercut there.
The fist bump is not. I want to.
It's not like a bro thing.
Yeah, I want to convey a little bit.
It's a little more solemn than that.
A little bit more solemnity to it, but But also can be, there's this what happened here, and then there was the we rock one, But it is sort of like a touch, of like this is a stone brother. Is maybe the feeling you get. You're seeing two very good friends.
It was a sad fist bump.
Yes.
I suppose a solemn fist bump.
It was solemn because they agree with their leaders' decisions.
I mean, that looks like very good craftsmanship. I can't imagine anything happening to that would, that would make it not functional again. That would cause damage. It looks like you've reinforced it quite well.
And then Slogog, who is the one who is standing, he's like, this one is, they'll have introduced themselves. This one's Bodsius. And Bodsius is standing in the water, so his head is almost like at your feet, kind of thing. Because they're 16 feet tall. And then this one is like standing over you, because he's at the same level. His feet are on the same level as yours. And so Slogog says if we'd built it first, it wouldn't have broken. The hill giant kin are... they're learning. Not necessarily mechanically inclined, but as I guess as a rule. But maybe in this case they've been incentivized. Still, now that we've fixed it, it should work forever.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I look to Robespierre as if I'm, going to be getting any further instructions. I can't link with him mentally,
Right.
so, and I'm not sure if they understand common or not, so I don't want to risk saying anything in common.
You think they speak Elvish?
Do I speak Elvish?
Yeah, don't you?
I think so. I didn't know if you were asking me. Let me just.
Yeah, I was asking, do you think they speak Elvish?
Oh, do I think they? Okay. Maybe not. Maybe not.
If you want to make a history check, let's set the DC at for Mary because she's giant kin.
Oh, sure. Okay.
I will set it at 12.
Well, I'll try.
Oh no!
Hit a not natural one.
Yeah, I'm not gonna re-roll that one.
No, okay.
Because I just think I'm destined to not know. But I could try speaking Elvish.
We'll just whisper. I'll whisper to you in Elvish.
Well, and I was acting like an interpreter, so I guess
Yeah.
it wouldn't make a difference. Like even if we were talking.
Yeah, I'll just whisper to you in Elvish and just say, in Elvish that I think that we could get past these giants with the mushrooms. The Mychonids, without too much trouble. But maybe what they're doing needs to be stopped. They seem like nice guys, though. I'd really hate to have to kill them.
I agree. It would be nice to be able to figure out a weakness in this because I think it'll be really hard to destroy after it's completed.
Why don't you talk to the hive mind and see what they have to say?
It's been very quiet as I've been relaying information. Hive mind? Any thoughts?
I'm tempted to ask them to leave because I don't want to fight them.
Do you think they're just going to leave because they don't want to fight us? I feel like they think they're going to squash us with a single hand.
Well, They may think that. I don't want to kill them. I don't think that they're doing anything hurtful to anyone, and I don't want to take their lives to prevent construction, but I also don't want them to remain.
And they're clearly twins, so that can't be common in giants to have twins like that, because imagine what that would do to the mother.
Yeah.
Well, keep in mind, she's real big too, so...
And in the hive
Bill.
mind, I'll ask Elva, what if we try to think of a loophole for them where they can complete their work and keep their word, but then give us the means of undoing it? Do you think that would be worth
curious.
offering?
I'd be curious to know what they swore to do. Exactly.
Right, right. Because if they just gave the word to complete it, they could do that and walk away. Right? Theoretically.
Correct.
Should I ask? See
And
if they answer?
we also need to put out that fire, and they are particularly proud of their work with that.
I know.
If we can reach an accord with them for them to leave feeling that they've performed their duties, knowing that we're going to upset them after they've left, I'd prefer it. I feel this is a good opportunity to deal honestly but forthrightly in our intentions. They seem reasonable.
Can put it out there. Gentlemen, may I ask what you gave your word to do precisely? It's a strange question, but if you don't mind answering it.
Make a persuasion check.
See, this is why I don't like having to be the talker.
And I'll telepathically, I'll say, I do urge all of you, if this comes to blows, to keep quarter. Let them surrender if they can.
They... Within 11, they're going to say... They're going to clarify they were not alive at the time of the promise. And then they will say... some time ago, eons perhaps to you, the giant kin suffered mightily at the hands of the dragons. We were in a position of not being able to make deals completely advantageous to us. Anything further is probably not for us to say, but for the Stone Singer to tell.
I understand. I want to make an offer. It's going to sound very strange, and I understand if you take offense, but I feel like this might be the best way to be forthright and honest, right? So we're here, my friends and I, with in a bit of a predicament. Giants have been doing a lot of damage above ground. They've also been doing some damage down here, and we just can't let that continue. But we also understand that the two of you are very noble and kind people. We don't want to hurt you or be hurt, really. We were trying to look for a way that you could keep your word and perhaps leave and allow us to undo the damage that the giants have been doing. Is that something that might be possible?
Yeah, it is. I think on that note, I'm going to let us hang with that question in the air as we go to, because I had meant to go to BioBreak at 8:30, but
We missed.
I know. We're going to go to BioBreak now with that question hanging in the air, and we'll be back in a little bit. So, thanks everybody for hanging out with us tonight. We are beginning our fundraiser for Planned Parenthood that we'll be doing all this month. So tune in to all of our games, hopefully, and help support a great cause. But I guess I can let Planned Parenthood talk for themselves when I put us on this be back soon screen that I'm about to do. So we'll be right back.
Healthcare is about being seen and heard.
Healthcare is letting me be unapologetically me.
Healthcare is contraception.
En Planned Parenthood, primero es la salud.
Healthcare is knowing I have an STI and learning how to tell my partner.
Healthcare is HIV testing.
They took care of everything I needed. It was fantastic.
It's not going to the doctor for women's care or for men's care. It's going to the doctor for me.
El cuidado de salud es positivo por ser positivo.
It's about becoming a mom when I was ready.
Healthcare is my pap test, my breast exam, my cancer screening.
Healthcare is access to safe and legal abortion.
Healthcare is trans care.
Mi salud es Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood is healthcare.
This is healthcare.
Healthcare is about being seen and heard.
Healthcare is letting me be unapologetically me.
Healthcare is contraception.
En Planned Parenthood, primero es la salud.
Healthcare is knowing I have an STI and learning how to tell my partner.
Healthcare is HIV testing.
They took care of everything I needed. It was fantastic.
It's not going to the doctor for women's care or for men's care. It's going to the doctor for me.
El cuidado de salud es positivo por ser positivo.
It's about becoming a mom when I was ready.
Healthcare is my pap test, my breast exam, my cancer screening.
Healthcare is access to safe and legal abortion.
Healthcare is trans care.
Mi salud es Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood is healthcare.
This is healthcare.
Healthcare is about being seen and heard.
Healthcare is letting me be unapologetically me.
Healthcare is contraception.
En Planned Parenthood, primero es la salud.
Healthcare is knowing I have an STI and learning how to tell my partner.
Healthcare is HIV testing.
They took care of everything I needed. It was fantastic.
It's not going to the doctor for women's care or for men's care. It's going to the doctor for me.
El cuidado de salud es positivo por ser positivo.
It's about becoming a mom when I was ready.
Healthcare is my pap test, my breast exam, my cancer screening.
Healthcare is access to safe and legal abortion.
Healthcare is trans care.
Mi salud es Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood is healthcare.
This is healthcare.
Healthcare is about being seen and heard.
Healthcare is letting me be unapologetically me.
Healthcare is contraception.
En Planned Parenthood, primero es la salud.
Healthcare is knowing I have an STI and learning how to tell my partner.
Healthcare is HIV testing.
They took care of everything I needed. It was fantastic.
It's not going to the doctor for women's care or for men's care. It's going to the doctor for me.
El cuidado de salud es positivo por ser positivo.
It's about becoming a mom when I was ready.
Healthcare is my pap test, my breast exam, my cancer screening.
Healthcare is access to safe and legal abortion.
Healthcare is trans care.
Mi salud es Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood is healthcare.
This is healthcare.
Healthcare is about being seen and heard.
Healthcare is letting me be unapologetically me.
Healthcare is contraception.
En Planned Parenthood, primero es la salud.
Healthcare is knowing I have an STI and learning how to tell my partner.
Healthcare is HIV testing.
They took care of everything I needed. It was fantastic.
It's not going to the doctor for women's care or for men's care. It's going to the doctor for me.
El cuidado de salud es positivo por ser positivo.
It's about becoming a mom when I was ready.
Healthcare is my pap test, my breast exam, my cancer screening.
Healthcare is access to safe and legal abortion.
Healthcare is trans care.
Mi salud es Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood is healthcare.
This is healthcare.
All right, we are back. Thanks for sticking with us. We left on sort of the hanging question of, wasn't so much a question so much as a, well, here's the thing, we have to stop what the Giants are doing. They're causing a lot of chaos to our houses, to our homes, to our families, and we don't want to fight you. You seem like decent sorts. But we do need to go and stop the Giants and also maybe help out these Mychonids.
And there was kind of the question of, is there a way for you to keep your word and then allow us to do our thing?
Okay.
Basically.
I am... I'm not going to ask you to make another persuasion check. They're going to have a small conversation with each other, quietly. If you want to listen in, Mary and Robespierre, I will ask you to do a perception check. The rest of you, it's pointless. They're talking in Giant. So.
Because if I pick up on something, I can at least warn some of the others.
That looked like it was going to be a 20. Looked like it was going to be a 20. No perception check.
I'm going to do one, but okay. Is it me perceiving or Waith perceiving?
Technically, it'd be Waith, yeah.
That's not very good.
Okay.
Come on, Waith. You can do it.
He has a wisdom of 2.
Well, it doesn't always make a difference.
So I'll just roll a d20.
Hell yeah, brother!
We'll
so
give
like
you this exchange.
A -4?
That's the third natural
Well,
one
and
in
you
this
know,
exchange.
he probably assumes all giants are plotting against him because that's sort of his gig.
That is sort of his billet, yeah. So they have a quiet conversation that you guys can't make out. They're perhaps they're using some,
They better not make out.
Well, they're just so tall. The words are so much higher above my head. It's hard to hear.
Yeah, actually, I think I'm gonna have him climb up to here and then. And then after maybe, I don't know, like 5 minutes go by, they're talking very slow. You can pick up that they're having a very slow conversation, and there's nodding, and there's a couple of these solemn fist bumps in there, but that they don't seem to necessarily agree. They're just affirming each other. And then the Bodsius walks back over, and he says, "Your manners are impeccable, and you have comported your lord, or you have spoken for your lord with honor. We believe we have done all that was required of our ancestors. We will walk away now. What you choose to do is your choice." And then he says, he looks you directly in the eyes, Mary, like these huge eyes, and just says, "Little giant kin, beware, you are stepping your feet upon extremely dangerous webs."
Thank you. I appreciate the warning.
I hope when the cylinders turn, you will still be here. And then he starts to walk away.
And I will quickly let everybody know that's what's going on, so they don't misunderstand.
So that we don't attack them.
Right. Exactly. It's like they're leaving in peace.
I'm very pleased with that outcome.
As am I. I really didn't want to have to fight them. They're very nice creatures. They're just bound by. I think you would really like them, Elva, if you had a chance to talk with them. They're big on keeping their word, and there's something about how it resonated that reminded me of you.
Well, I take that as a compliment.
Yeah.
Now the wheel is turning, and I'm going to come up with a slight explanation for why. Underneath you here is another underground riverway, and it's running straight through. Is that what you said, Ed? Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I was trying to justify it for you. That was what I came up with.
Okay. Perfect. So that's what's happening, and you still don't know why the river is high and running at current, given what you heard from the Sovereign, but clearly, the giants are taking advantage of that, and you can feel the heat as the giants move away. They were protecting you from some of the heat that was coming off, and it is now quite warm, and you can even feel like a little bit of like steam in the air, a little humidity now, like in fact quite a bit. And I think from where you're at, like Elva, I think you can definitely tell that there's a glow coming. Yeah, okay.
While they were having that conversation, I'm protecting the Mychonids, but Vela's naturally curious, and I would like to look over at that hole where the spring is coming through. How big is it? Is it like coming through faster because it's a small hole, or is it just coming through fast and it's a giant hole? Or
you can only see part of the hole. It's actually like the entirety of this this opening. This cliff face.
Oh, that's very large.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Cool.
What I had actually intended to sort of communicate here is that this part here, you could actually, if you wanted to swim against the current, there'd be some airway there. But it would be a rough go. Elva could probably do it.
The cloak of the manta ray for sure.
Yeah.
Ouch, man.
Well, I mean, the rest of you could do it, but
I'm kidding.
But it would almost be, one step forward, one step back. Whereas I think
Elva has a cloak of the manta ray and a strength of 20, so she could swim against that current.
Yeah. So, if you wanted to explore that direction, you could do that. It would be rough, like I said, for some of you. But that
Be a salmon and go explore. They're good at swimming up current.
Salmon would do very.
Cloak of a salmon.
They should make a cloak of the salmon. Cloak of the.
It gives you a swim speed and a climb speed.
And you're delicious with bagels.
But you can only climb on water.
It would technically be a flop speed.
That's
when I was putting the piton in.
Yeah.
What was the
with
sense
the salmon?
Yeah, the extra special seasoning.
When you were putting the piton
what was my sense of the rocks there? Like, is this some sort of shale sort of thing where like it will break apart with the right?
It's like granite.
It's an aggregate.
No.
Just kidding.
You and I are not having this conversation again.
It's a hard rock that would be unlikely to collapse.
That's right.
It's hard rock life. Got it. Okay.
All right.
Or a hard rock cafe.
Nice.
No. Bruce Willis is there. All right.
Can't get him to leave.
No. Or Sylvester Stallone.
I mean, what else is he doing though?
Yeah.
There's a guitar signed by all of the Eagles.
I've never been to one. I actually am saying a lot of crap, and I really have never been to one.
I haven't been to one in the last 30 years, I think. So.
And on top of that, a guitar signed by the Eagles would not impress me.
But that's the sort of thing they have at Hard Rock Cafe.
I know. There are some good,
Or that's the kind of thing they had at Hard Rock Cafe 30 years ago. Probably now it's signed by more contemporary artists. I don't know.
No idea. All right. So, I want to make sure. Pop out. Attributes, features. Rapport spore. Oh man, you guys cannot rapport spore that far.
Oh.
I will let it go for now, but you need to be within 30 feet of each other.
How long does it last?
When it's cast or or the whole time?
It says they can do those things while they're within 30 feet of each other.
And how long does it last?
I will put it in the chat though for everybody to peruse, because a 30-foot radius, and then it says affected creatures can communicate telepathically with one another while they are within 30 feet of each other.
And we had to redo it.
Oh,
again.
and you would have had to have redone it during that short rest. So you got, I'll retcon it and say that you did it, because I really don't want to go back and say, oh, that didn't happen.
Also, the rapport spore is on the Panther because it has an intelligence of 3. I just want to make sure that's canon. That's all. Carry on.
Okay, there you go. All right, so I am gonna say though that we're gonna allow it for this, but going forward, because I just don't want to retcon all that. But yeah, you guys are more than double.
Right.
Or exactly double what you need to be able to do that. So if you don't...
Well, do we want to start moving them across?
Yeah, I was going to say, what do you want to do with them?
Well, wait, is it dangerous that it's so hot here for them? It's a lot warmer here than it and then it even was back there, is that going to be? We
They
might
can
not want
they
to
can
move
move
them if it's.
quickly through that. As you've talked to the Sovereign, he'll be like, yeah, we can't hang out near the fire, but we can move past it.
So at the very least, we need to find where they're going next. So we need to travel on before we bring them through.
Is there so like if I'm standing over here, is it still hot over here? Like
Sorry, I moved away to move a token. Okay.
Well, I'm
it
just
is
moving trying to see.
substantively less hot as soon as you move away from the wheel because it's being deflected and absorbed by the water, but deflected by the rock and deflected and absorbed by the water as you move away. But where Elva is, you can definitely feel the heat. But
so maybe if
not
we get them across
not a you're gonna take damage heat, you know. It's not like that.
but if we're able to get them across and have them waiting then in this area,
Sure.
that might make sense. Then they're not so far behind.
Right. Yeah, you could definitely bring them forward if you wish to. Is that what you guys want me to bring them forward?
Well, I was suggesting it to the party.
Okay.
So that was my thought to them. What do y'all think?
I think we should scout a bit more first because I don't want them to be coming into danger.
I know, but they're so far back now, and there was danger over there.
Well, Vela's guardian is there for some time.
But we don't have communication.
And the rope is in place.
Anybody come looking?
You have
What?
seen nothing. You have seen nothing. Are you talking?
Mostly, I'm curious about the party.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I was looking for the coolest area, so I guess I would have come, around in this area. But
Well,
I don't think
if you were looking for the coolest area, you found it.
Yeah, I don't think we can see each other though. I don't see you when I'm walking around that area.
That's what if I move here. Yeah. So as you moved up there, if you stood by the pillar over here, I think you can see me.
Yeah, you are.
So as you get there, wait, how close are you now? 35. So as you get there, you hear my voice in your head. Everything went quiet. I think you might be too far away from me. Because you can hear me, because I can speak to you telepathically at 60 feet, but I can't use the rapport spore.
Okay, gotcha.
But I think at 35 feet, you could just shout to me. So.
Yeah, over the water, I mean, it's kind of loud.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
But we're trying to figure out if it makes sense to move you all over here, or if you're safer where you are. There's a little discussion going on. So, I'll shut it
One of them come forward.
Okay.
The small one was able to sense the others when they got near, and they thought there were perhaps others around, didn't they?
Yeah, that's how.
Maybe if one of the stronger of them were to come forward, they could tell us roughly which direction to go to find more of their people.
Fustim will volunteer.
Did I just heal you all so that you're all better? Like, are we really far away from our people?
We don't know where they hid after we left. We know there are some far to the northwest, but there were others that hid in other caves.
We may not find any.
Okay.
At this point, we may not.
Well then, how about if I just heal all of you at one time?
Okay.
For now. So I'll cast.
This one will be like, I'm all good. I'll move over here.
No, come back. You're getting it anyway.
Oh, he's full on healed.
I know.
Okay.
He's gonna feel the warm glow of me saying sustenance. That's my healing word.
Oh, okay.
I decided just a second.
All right. So +6.
Yeah, to all of them. Seems real wimpy. You'd think at this level my healing would be better.
Well, you have to upcast it. You can cast Healing Word at a higher level. Oh, Mass
You're
Word.
right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the Sovereign no longer looks like he's on death's door. He looks like he's half the Sovereign he used to be. But the two adults look very close to full health. Not completely. Still a couple scars, but they look like they are in pretty good shape. So Vastim agrees to just go across on the rope.
I'm gonna hover right next to him, like moving slowly.
You're gonna leave the other ones behind with your guardian?
Nope. I'm sure I'm not. Nope. Never mind. No. Yeah. Actually, yeah. I'm gonna take a little sprout guy.
Okay.
On my back, and I'm gonna fly along with teenage Sprout.
So this one comes across on the rope, and then you fly over with the Sprout.
Right.
Okay.
I moved through a wall.
All right.
And then I'm gonna fly back.
Okay.
You're not dead. Oh, good.
Okay. And this Vastim will sort of not want to do a rapport sport just yet, but he will. I'm gonna do Mary, make a insight check.
Sorry, Faustine, I've been rolling really crappy tonight, so I'm not sure I'm going to be able to understand you.
Nope, you did. He's sort of like gesturing that he's gonna go this way, and is, you kind of get the sense, and I'm gonna say like, I should have probably given you advantage because of speech of beast and leaf and whatever, that he's trying to communicate to you that he's going to look around for his people, and see if he can find them.
All right. Well, I'll follow where he goes.
Okay.
Just so he's not off by himself. Baby guy, maybe hang out with Nubin.
Okay.
Or guy, I mean, it gets kind of warm up there, so keep the baby safe, Nubin.
Baby Groot will climb up towards your hood. Nubin.
Cool.
All right. He's just sort of sitting on your shoulder. And Vastim gets to about here, and he says, well, he doesn't say anything. He points in this direction.
I don't really see land over there.
He does sort of a Mychonid shrug. He can't see it either.
You just know they're there. I get it. You get the sense. Maybe they're hiding in a cave that the opening's on the other side or something.
He nods.
I could swim over and check.
Would you mind, Elva dear? That would be... I can't really make out very much over there.
I'll do that.
While you're swimming, just checking in with Vela, are you like ferrying people across, or?
I would like to, if they're willing and feel like they're up to it.
Yeah, they will come
But I
with
would
you.
not be pushing anybody if they felt like they were going to die if they fell, or that they might fall very easily.
Okay, so which one were you gonna leave the Sovereign behind, or take Nenvilish?
What an awful thing to have to choose. I'll leave the Sovereign behind.
Okay. The Sovereign nods and gets on the other side of the Guardian, and you ferry Nenvilish over.
Yep. I only go this far until I see that like he's got it down pat.
Okay.
And then I come back for the king. Alright, king. Sovereign. Queen. Your Majesty, let's do this. I don't like being away from my group this long. Let's go.
Okay, I'm going to come back to you on that because you've done one action.
Yeah.
I'm going to just check in with noobs and robes, and then we'll go to Elva swimming.
So I'll jump in. I'm basically, because I'm outside the hive mind and all of that, I'm just kind of...
Well, the hive mind's
kind of
broken a bit because it was too far away. So they're
That's true.
They're waiting to reestablish it. But
that's fair. So they're doing more like sign language stuff. But
yep.
But anyways, regardless though, just because that's sort of been Rogue's experience this whole time, he's not really participating in like the discussions or thinking about things. I'm just watching this stuff here, and I'm looking at the shadows, trying to see if there's any kind of interruption, anything that might hint to us that there's something coming or something moving around.
Give me a perception check.
Sure, it's one of my strengths. Oh, actually, did okay.
All right.
0 modifier, but 15.
You hear doors shutting. To the northwest, but not northwest down the riverway. Up towards the firelight and towards the northwest from there, and then up in this area.
Okay.
And you hear a large thud and a belch.
Okay. I'll communicate that to Noob and say, Noob, I don't know if you heard that, but there's some sort of activity.
And you're hearing this over the water wheel, so it was a very loud belch and a very loud door slam. This was not you've seen giant-sized doors up in the Steading, so you're assuming it's a giant-sized door that was just shut.
Could be trouble. We gotta keep your eyes peeled.
Will do.
Okay. Elva, you're going swimming.
Yep. I'm gonna get in the water and swim up. Oh, swim up this way.
All right. You see that there is a water. This is the cavern. The water is running down. It is rushing in that direction. There's a slight pull in that direction, and with your 20 strength, it's not a trouble for you. I'm not going to call for a roll or anything, but there would be quite a bit of suction pull in that direction. But you also see that there's sort of a bit of a 5-foot lip here, and a small cave opening to the left.
Okay. I'm going to swim to that.
Okay. You swim to that, and you see a bunch of huddled Mychonids in a small cave. One of them, they don't know anything about you. He just retreats backwards and puts his arms back and pulls everybody back in sort of a defensive. But he looks the strongest of the bunch. Everybody else looks weakened, sort of burned and charred.
I'm going to swim up, make myself very visible to them with my hands out in a non-aggressive fashion, and bow to them and motion back and try to communicate wordlessly that I'm going to go back, but that I'm not threatening them in any way.
Just to be clear, there are 2 adults and 4 spores here, so 4.
Okay.
This one...
But I won't get any closer than right in that entryway.
This one walks forward, and this one here tries to hold the spawn back, and this one just sort of, the sprout, he just walks up and shoots you with the rapport spore. Do you fight it?
This is reminiscent of a 6-year-old, we don't lick people!
Yeah, exactly. Exactly what I was going for. And you just
I will.
You just get spore blasted right in the face.
You're gonna lick him right back, is what you're saying.
And
well, if that's how we greet,
Are you gonna spit in their face?
No,
Okay.
no, but I will realize what's happening, and oh well, that should make things easier.
I'm Laltish.
Hello,
hear in your head.
Laltish. I'm Elva. And is everybody there in it now?
Yep, everybody's in it.
Okay.
So the adult says, Laltish, we wait until we know it's safe. Is it? Are you here to kill us?
No, in fact, quite the opposite. I'm here helping your sovereign return.
We only the sovereign lives.
Sovereign lives, or last I saw, hopefully I'm speaking the truth. It is dangerous, as you know, but we are attempting to regain your safety, as it were.
We barely made it here. We're on fire. And
yes, we are going to see about doing something about that.
So many of us went down the cave. And you can, of course, I don't know if I was clear here, but that, when they jumped in the water, so many of them got sucked into the suction hole, and only the 6 of them were able to get into here. So.
Well, know that we are doing our best to make it safe for you to come back out.
Thank you. And moving back, there's another now Nubin and Nubin and Rubs, you hear a fart. And then you hear Waith goes, you hear something in Giant, and Waith goes, he said good one.
Alright, I've activated the wand of enemy detection with Waith at this point.
Okay.
When he says that, say, Waith, can you sense anything hostile out there? So it's 60-foot radius of hostile creatures. I know the direction, but not the distance.
Yep. 1 second, please. Let me measure.
So, oh god.
Okay. Yep. You found them.
Okay, so I don't know the distance. I mean, I do now, but I can see them a little bit.
Yep. So this hill giant comes walking down in this direction, picking his nose, while the other one is going, "Your mouth was open, you ate it," is what Waith translates for you.
You don't have to be so specific, Waith.
Okay. I think they were talking about flatulence, but I'm not sure.
That's a better translation. I mean, and yeah, I'll pass this on to everyone down the line. Just be like, there's some hill giants. What do we do? Do we kill them?
I think Nubin can hear you, and you're not in a. Well, you're definitely not in a spore rapport with this. With the guy on Nubin's shoulder. Although, no, he'll wait. He knows better. This guy's gonna come up, and then going back to the Sovereign and. All right.
Hey.
So as you go to get the Sovereign, the cube starts to push his way into that opening there.
He's going to be real sad. He's within 10 feet of my thing.
He is.
He
what happens?
has a dex saving throw.
Oh yeah, he's a cube. He's got a 3 dex. Let's see what happens. He got a 10.
He did not make the dex.
Yeah, it's still really good for him. He has a -4. I think we should still celebrate it.
Ta-da! You know what we'll celebrate with? 20 points of damage, Radiant style.
Ouch. All right. He takes that damage. Fonz Schulf is going to take the disengage action and get on the rope.
Yeah, good choice.
All right.
Go get him, King.
What do you want to do, Vela? That was just your prior spells action, so.
Yeah, well, I am not within range of it, so I am going to move.
Okay.
And fly with the king.
Got it. All right.
And like occasionally do like the lift him up thing, if he looks weak.
Got it. We'll get you over there. And all right, so now the king is going to redo the spore, but he will ask if everybody, because he noted that robes did not want to be part of it. So if he will not, he will tell you he's doing it and ask, move aside if you don't want to be in it.
Fine. I guess I'll participate.
All right. The rapport spore goes out. Now, we have 2 different rapport spores. So Elva's in one with this group, and you guys are in with this group. So we'll see what happens with that later.
If I get in both, do we play telephone?
No, it just echoes in your head.
Oh my god, that would be. Oh yeah, you get the repeat thing, the echo.
Or I become like a Wi-Fi repeater.
Yeah. I don't know. I think we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. All right, so you guys are all in the rapport spore here, and you start to hear giants coming in this direction.
Is it hot in here?
It gets quite warm up there. There's
Right, the furnace. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Mary, you
I don't think we'll be able to talk these ones down.
Mary, you can hear them now, even from where you're at back here, behind this rock. You can hear them talking, and they're talking loud, like over the sound of the water to each other. And one of them says, "They said it's fixed. Let's go check it." So.
Oh, yeah. They're coming to check the whatever the wheel. I don't know what it's called. Sorry.
Yeah.
Mychonid friends, I think maybe you should be out of sight. Maybe King in that little alcove, and the other 3 of you behind the pillar.
Okay. Okay. Like here?
Sorry, Sovereign, not King. Sovereign. Sorry. Yeah. Like there.
Okay. All right. And this one is going to step up here, and if you guys have a chance, I'm going to give you a chance to hide before they walk up here, or are you going to just greet them where they're at?
I will be hiding.
Okay, go ahead.
Bonus action hide.
I'm planning on hiding. I kind of positioned myself to see them as they were coming.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. If everyone else is hiding, though, I'll hide, but I was coming up because...
Well, you can have the panther. Do you want the panther? Do you want to talk to him?
I don't know.
No? Okay.
I don't want to talk to the panther.
No, you could have it next to you like you're the queen of panthers and look real intimidating.
No, that's all right. Are you staying where you are, Nubin? Because if you're staying in place, I'll stay with you.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll kind of hang here for a minute, yeah.
Okay, so with no surprise, they're going to see you when they clear here. So, hey, there's little people. And at this point, we're going to roll for initiative. And I would like everybody to roll for initiative. Ed, just roll in. Because...
Yeah.
Can you give me control over the panther, please?
That's hard to do.
Oh, okay, then never mind.
We have no active encounter, so I can't yet, but I will.
You are right. Active encounter is up, and then let me see if I can do the panther.
I'm just rolling terrible at initiative, and I have advantage on it.
Wow, are you kidding? We haven't been rolling great as a party tonight. Like, I just don't
Gotta come
feel
around.
like there's been a lot of really high rolls, you know?
Oh, the panther is in here. Okay. Panther.
Right, Robin, but that's okay. It was all preparations for us to roll nat 20s for this fight.
Well, I was gonna
All right.
try
Right.
talking,
Dusty,
but they.
you should be able to control
I didn't
the
say for
panther now.
hits.
Yep.
Okay, and
You
then
can nat 20 for persuasion checks.
That's true. Which I would need. It's so funny. You're making perception checks and I'm making persuasion checks, and neither of us get a bonus in those. It's like,
Yeah, that's like the only thing I'm good at is persuasion check. I guess I have deception checks.
just waiting on Nubin, I think.
Yeah, I'm. There we go.
There we go. Okay.
I don't know.
And Paul, just for some context too, I moved myself where I was before this all happened. I'm clung to the wall like a spider over here.
Gotcha. Okay.
Kind of like crawled over Vela's head.
Cool.
Ha! She works really hard. You can like see her sweating and like feel this veil of darkness covering over her thoughts.
That's right. Yeah, we're in the fungus thing. All right, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna make things complicated.
Okay. So, Nubin, you're up.
I am. I'm going to give him one more chance. Actually, maybe I'm. Yeah, I am. I'm going to give him one more chance, and I'm actually going to run right up to him, to this guy here, and come on, Huffman'sville.
That'll hit.
Will that hit as well?
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I guess it would. Math would dictate that, wouldn't it?
When you said one more chance, Tony, I thought you were gonna try to like.
I thought they were gonna try talking to him too. Yeah.
Mary's like, oh, I guess we're not having a
Give
conversation.
him one more chance. Crack in the head.
All right.
And then, yeah, Nubin's not about that kind of chance. You guys know better.
Well.
Unarmed strike. I'm gonna punch him.
17 hits. 24 hits. 21 points of damage. Jeez Louise. Okay. All right.
So that's a total of.
I've been subtracting it as you go.
Oh, okay. I was
Yep.
gonna say it's
Yeah.
a total of 37, but we got it.
Yep, we got there. Yep. All right. So you just walk up and start wailing on this guy. I will say, just for like, because it has to be. You actually need to be here.
Okay.
Because otherwise, he's 10 feet above you before, like, you're not adjacent to him if you were here.
Got it. That's fine.
Yeah. So in order to do melee, you would need to be on the same level as him. Otherwise, he's 10 feet above your. Well, he's 5 feet above your head or 4 feet above your head, however tall you are. So.
I could hit him in the dangly bits if I have to.
Yeah. No, I mean, once you're standing next to him on the same level, it's just that he's 10 feet above you on this rock face. So.
Got it.
Noob's practicing his speed bag on the guy's testicles.
Glugdis is going to say, Flongen, go get Avog! And so, then this one, that was his, yeah. He's not dead. Don't kill him. No, he's not dead.
He's not dead yet.
He's also...
He thinks he'll go for a walk.
Oh, yeah, I'm not dead yet. Think I'll go for a walk. He is going to pound on Nubin, hopefully, with his great club.
Pretty good club.
It's a pretty good club. It's okay. Does a 20 hit?
It does.
Okay, and does a 12 hit?
No.
Okay, so he hits you for 21 points of damage with the club. And just
Okay.
like, die! Except for
And immediately Nubin's reaction, because I still have one of those, is
Yep.
going to be to hit him with
Hellish Rebuke.
Hellish Rebuke.
Okay.
I gotta remember where I put that. There we go.
That works for melee, right?
Yeah.
Does that work for all damage? Yeah, no, it's fine.
Yeah, it's anytime I take damage.
Right. Okay. Cool. All right.
So he needs to make a DC saving throw of Dexterity 14.
Ah, just missed it. So he'll take 9 points of fire damage on top of that. How does that look when you do Hellish Rebuke?
It's a whip. I use a regular whip too, but this is like a fiery whip that comes out.
Okay.
And just slaps his hand. No.
Ow.
Perfect tone.
All right.
Stop it.
Next up. Oh, I haven't begun combat. All right.
That's bad.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay. All right, that guy leaves. Glug this up to his own devices. Merryweather, you're up.
All right, I'm going to bonus action cast Hunter's Mark on this creature because I guess we are fighting. And then I will try to hit it with an arrow. I'm going to say it because it sounds less like I'm killing a person that way.
Aww.
That's hilarious.
Don't think about his giant babies.
No, I know.
Oh.
So it's a total of 13.
Okay.
With the Hunter's Mark, and then I will try a second attack.
Got it.
A 23.
Will hit for
I
sure.
imagine hits.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Okay. And that would be with Hunter's Mark 12.
Okay. He looks to be about a third the giant he was when this began.
And
he
then
is
I'm
full of rage and screaming. Okay.
Step off to the side to allow anybody else who might want to come by a place to be.
You got it. Merryweather. Oh, sorry, that was you, Vela.
That was me, yeah.
Vela.
Vela is gonna fly out. Ugh, I walked through a wall, sorry. Till she can see her compatriots. I can't see around the wheel. Should I be able to see around the wheel?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. I'm just gonna move my token around so I can figure out where people are. But that's where I stopped. 1, I can see Noob. I could see Mary from where I would have been. Where in the world is Elva? Oh, I see.
I'll
okay.
make you can see.
Nope, you're
now.
good. Okay, thank you.
I took the walls down.
So I Yep.
Just know that you've only got like 10 feet of clearance over that wheel.
But I can see Noob, and that's the important part.
Yeah.
So
down. You're looking down on Noob a little bit in order to see him. So just be aware of that.
Got it. Yep, that's fine. I'm going to cast Aid and give everybody 5 extra hit points. So you can all add. Did it show up?
Yeah, I'm reading the range.
30 feet.
Okay.
Are these temporary hit points?
These are your
max goes up.
Your max goes up 5. So if you got hurt and I healed you and it went above your usual hit point max, you would still be able to heal that far.
So, do I just add 5 hit points then?
It's the
underneath. Yep. Everybody said the same thing. Underneath the hit points, there's a little plus max button underneath your big number. Push the plus max button, and or click on it, and then do 5.
Got it. Okay.
And then we need to remember to just take that off later.
Right, because we're putting it there, it won't show up. It won't stay forever.
Right.
Got it.
Okay.
You said you can choose up to 3 creatures, and it's...
Yep, I did. You, Noob, and Robes, because you all have a tendency to be a little closer than I prefer. I mean, Elva does too, but she's not in range, unfortunately. So, and
I don't
that
know that you know where Elva is right now, honestly.
I can see her from where I am.
Oh, can you?
Backwards, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, she was in range, but she's not in the fight, so I feel like she's less likely to get hit at the moment.
I'm gonna mess that right up, though.
I figure, yeah. And then what is this thingy here? It looks like a sculpture of a dude sitting, but I think it's just a rock, right?
It's just a rock.
Okay. I'm gonna
now I
go.
see a dude sitting. I mean,
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm gonna go fly low and then just bonus action hide behind the wheel.
Okay. Give me a stealth check, and then. Okay. And that will bring us to Elva.
All right. Which direction? So the water wheel is moving. Which direction? Like it's going this way on the bottom.
It's spinning.
So the top would be going this way.
Yeah. If you were looking at it, like in the front, like from where Vela is, it would be spinning counterclockwise.
Coming up on my side.
It's coming up and going down on her side.
Wouldn't that be clockwise?
If it's spinning.
So, so the water's flowing this way, right?
Right. So the thing is.
So it's going.
Oh, you're right. It's gonna go
clockwise.
the other. It's gonna go the other direction.
Okay.
Clockwise. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. You're right.
Great. I'm gonna do some heroics. I'm gonna
run over my head.
I'm gonna run over and grab onto it and ride it up.
Nice. All right. It's moving quite fast. So, first off, I
used half of my swim speed. Not even. Yeah, half of my swim speed to get here.
Yep. And then you're grabbing hold. So,
yep.
Just for funsies, let's do like a athletics to see if you grab it. Yeah. Okay.
19.
That's fine. And then you ride up. I was gonna say 15, but you rolled it really quick. And you ride up.
Yep. I'm gonna dismount and ignite my sword and attack.
Okay. Cool. You are up higher, just so you know. So you are attacking him like you're almost, because they're not that, they're 12 to 14 feet tall. So with you standing, you're almost like face to face with it, except its face is much bigger than yours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's okay. I'm gonna hit him.
Okay. I just wanted you to, if you wanted.
Oh, maybe not. An 11.
11 is actually gonna miss.
I'll attack again.
26 is definitely gonna hit.
For 24 points of damage.
All right.
And my third attack will hit a 15.
15 will hit.
Some low rolls, but that's okay. For 19 more.
All right, that'll do it. How do you want that to end?
Well, I just came riding up over on the water wheel, and I just swung once and hit him, and the second one glanced off of his thick hide, and so I just bring the sword around again and come down and leave him in a sizzling mess.
All right. So.
And then I will take a couple more steps over next to Noob.
A sizzling mess? What does that mean?
Because my sword's on fire.
Oh, got it. I was like, he's not on the fireplace, is he?
All right.
He's his own fireplace now.
Nice.
We are 20 minutes of 11 o'clock Tony time. So, I'm bringing that up only for we're heading into sort of the wrap up for the evening. Right now, you guys, you guys do what you want, but I just want to let you know we're going to wrap up within the next 20 minutes. I guess that's what I'm saying.
Are we out of combat?
You are for the time. You are for the time being, but you are aware that there is one giant who left. You guys can continue on combat if you want to chase him.
And I don't know if everybody knows this, but he went to go get someone else.
Yeah.
I heard him say that. So I will tell the party that.
Okay. I'm gonna climb for my turn then, just in case you stay in combat since I'm up next anyways. I'm just gonna
Let's just stay in combat.
run around and dash, and then I'll take the dash action to get, what was I? 5, 10, 15, 20,
Bear in
25,
mind,
30.
difficult terrain body.
Okay. Cool. That makes sense. So I'll just go another 5, 10, 15. And
It actually,
I'm gonna...
it actually might be easier to run up his legs than climb up the rock wall.
Yeah, well, I do have the spider climb, so I was kind of
that's
thinking
true.
either way.
Oh yeah, that's not difficult terrain for you. Not difficult terrain for you. Never mind.
Yeah, I just want to get up on the wall over here.
I
basically.
forgot. You have spider climb, so
No, you're good.
None of this is difficult terrain.
So I think that's about 30 feet, anyways, roughly. Okay. So I'm just skittering around.
All right. Let me see what you see. Okay. So you see, sort of a crack in the earth that is glowing, with probably, from your vantage point, it looks like it's 10, maybe 15 feet below the lip of the cave floor is roiling lava magma. In front of it is sort of forge tools that are much too large for human hands, and an anvil the size of you. And above the anvil, you see sort of a pile driver of iron attached to a winch. You see chains coming out. I didn't draw them because it was really hard for me to figure out how to do it 3D. But the chains are coming out from behind the anvil that go back up into the cavern, and you get the sense that when it's engaged, that the water wheel acts as a piston and hammers down this giant metal column. What does strike you is these webs hanging from the lava into and connecting to the stone columns. The webs...
They're in the lava? They terminate in the lava?
They're glowing bright red, but not burning, and attached to the lava.
Interesting. Yeah, I'll just share out with all the Mind Spore people. Well, do we still have Mind Spore effects with each other?
Yes, all of you that were in the first group. Elva's not going to hear this one because she's not in your group.
Okay.
But you need to be within 30 feet of the king, because he's the one who
created. So that's kind of what I was asking. Like, do we need to be within 30 feet of the king too?
You do.
Or?
You do. You need to be in 30 feet of the king. So
I've lost my Mind Spores.
Well, I think he's not.
Well, now if he's poking his head out,
I'll have him poke his head out.
All right, just barely.
No, he was instructed to stay put.
Okay.
It's fine.
Yeah.
If we
depends on where you draw the line. No, I'm definitely
35. Yep.
Yeah, maybe 40 even. Okay.
I just can't think of any reason why he would poke his head out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like,
I agree with you because we were trying to keep him safe, so that corner is
Okay. Yeah, I'll just sort of like whisper it to Elva because she's right there, and Nuben too. Like some sort of loath thing happening here. I think I see webs that are not consumed by the lava. I think we need to destroy this forge.
Reason. I think you're right.
Are we staying in initiative?
We are. Well, if you're not giving chase, then no.
So we're not giving chase, but I was kind of. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Vila. You first.
I just have an action, but if you would prefer to stay in an initiative, then I'm cool with waiting.
I was just gonna say that, like, if we're not giving chase, we either need to flee or we need to set an ambush, because they're gonna come back.
Right.
Vila would like to fly up, and then you had described lots of levers and gears and things in sort of this general area.
Yep.
I would like to find one that is Are they mostly made out of metal, wood?
Stone and oak.
Okay. So I have a boatload of caltrops. So I'm going to take out the first bag of 20 and I'm going to drop it directly in one of the spots where the gears are turning something. So like where there's an opportunity for them to get stuck. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to drop in another bag.
Okay. It's spinning really. It's not like a slow move, so like it's spinning pretty quickly because of the current. So you're aware that if you drop that, you know that it might just get spun out and become a projectile.
Got it. I'll wait. I thought there would probably be like a space where they were all like sort of in a box so that nobody could walk in and shove their hand in it and get
Right. They also
and
so that
get
somebody
caught.
can't just shove like stalagmites in it, or stalagmites wouldn't fall in it, and it's like they didn't build it. They didn't build it for easy sabotage.
Is there a lid over a portion of it?
Well, it's got covers over that because they're thinking about falling rocks and stuff. But you could throw something into it if you wanted to, because there's service areas that you're able to see where they, where they were working. But
and then that would feel less likely to be a projectile, other than straight up through the service hatch.
Well, straight up the service hatch, the service part would prevent something from falling into it. It's if you throw it into the opening, it's likely to come back at you. Let me see if I can explain this. Like, there's a service area that to get into this, they've got sort of like covers over it because there's stalactites and stalagmites and stuff like that. They don't want anything falling into the gears.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could throw your caltrops into it, but there's a chance that it'll just get spun back at you.
You're holding it's like way up here.
Well,
right?
Because there's several levels of let me draw it.
But I just want to
I can't describe it without drawing.
Are there sides on it? Is what I'm asking. So the only point that opens and closes is the top, right? Is what you're saying? The service access panel?
No.
Is like a lifty hatchy thing?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you guys aren't on this. Hold on. Activate. I started my drawing.
Oh man, the ramshackle bivouac.
Alright, so here's the wheel.
You can hear the B-52s already.
Here's the access point, the axle. The axle's...
Oh wait, are you drawing currently?
Yeah.
Down, down, down.
Oh, down low. I was up at the top. Sorry.
Okay.
Yep.
So then
it's the wheel, that's the axle. Got it.
Then that goes into this axle, and that's got a spinny thing going this way that goes over the rock. And then there's another mechanism here that's like increasing the torque. And then this is going into the rock face.
Right.
Okay, so you're down here.
Down.
Hiding behind the wheel.
No, I said I flew up.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just, and then so you come up here, and there's covers so that things don't fall into this one, and a cover so things don't fall into this one. Now, if you were to throw something,
there's no sides. There's just a top.
There's just a top. So if you were to throw something at this one that is spinning, like it's horizontal. It's
this one. Did you ping something?
Yes, right. So this one is laying like flat to the ground, sort of thing. Like it's parallel to the ground.
Yep.
If you were to throw something into that one, it might throw out, anyway in that direction. If you go up, it would. That one would throw something out. This one would throw something up or down. This one. Right?
Got it.
Okay. So in order, and it's moving really fast. So for you to stop it without it just snapping, you would need something much stronger than the stone wheels and oak paths, or it's most likely to just get thrown.
Got it.
What I'm saying.
Okay.
You have a chance that it'll go in there.
I do not feel confident about that chance in not killing my party.
Well, it won't kill anybody, probably. It's just a fast flying sharp object.
Did you hear that? Probably.
No,
nope.
I heard that.
I'll change my strategy.
I mean, I don't want you to not try something. I also just want you to know there's risk involved.
Right, which I was thinking there probably wasn't based on the box that I could see in the art. So if there's no box, I'm not going to do it. I thought there was a box. So that is not what I will do.
What I was trying to describe when I said the stone giants were building it and they built it to last and everything was that it was very, very strong, very well designed. And so now I'm giving you the details of it's not going to be broken by just throwing a rock in it. You know.
Right.
Does anyone have an immovable rod?
That would do it.
I have.
I thought one of you did.
I thought so too. That's why I feel like we've had that.
Cora had an immovable rod.
Oh, that's right. Cora does have an immovable rod.
Oh, Cora took it.
Yeah, shit. Damn it, Adam.
Okay.
Bring that shit back.
So then I think instead I'll probably just take my Elva.
Yes.
Elva, you're really strong, right?
Yes. I comparatively.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty strong, but I think you're stronger than me. I mean, we could arm wrestle if you really want to, but so I have this mace, and I'm thinking maybe if we just break some boards on this to start slowing it down, while others people set the ambush, because then maybe the forge will stop being so hot.
I think that's wise. Perhaps there's a way to unhook it up here and let it sink into the water.
Does the wood look gnawable? Like if you're a beaver, is oak a wood that you can kind of gnaw at a little bit?
Yes.
I could try to help.
Love it.
I think yours needs to be on one of the rods, one of the areas on the top. Because if you try to gnaw on this thing, it's going
right.
Like, really
What
fast.
I was thinking is like, right, you know, like
up there.
There.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could gnaw through it. What's the...
I mean, I don't have a beaver stat because I was looking, but
What's
I
the gnaw
imagine
speed?
I've seen a
Yeah,
beaver
that's
before.
what I was gonna... I actually... Did they have that? I'm gonna go giant beaver and see what it says.
I'm gonna call the panther over after while you're looking that up and have the panther start working where she's planning to work, just biting at it consistently.
So let it sharpen its claws.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. It's a cat scratch post. It's going on the vertical post and trying to scratch it.
Mary, can you cast a polymorph?
I can. Why? Would you like to be a beaver too?
2 beavers.
Oh, let's do it. All right.
That spell that lasts for like it's like a certain amount of time, right?
I mean, it's
Can you be a dire beaver?
It lasts for an
Okay,
hour, but it's
it's actually run like an attack.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's a bite.
The giant beaver deals double damage to creatures, objects, and structures made of wood. So go ahead as a beaver and attack the structure.
All right.
And
I
your
will
bite
cast polymorph
is 1d8 plus
first.
3. Okay.
And 1d8 plus 3. Okay.
Yeah.
But doubled against wood.
But doubled against wood. Yep.
All right. I was trying to
I need to
find
look
my
up what I actually think like a wood. I'm gonna say like a mast.
Does it have a hardness? Does it have hit points?
It does. It does.
Alright.
I
So
mean,
I first
didn't make
cast
one, but I'm gonna do
polymorph,
that
and if Robes fails the wisdom save, he can be a beaver, and then make a wild shape into a beaver, a giant beaver, and I will in beaver say, "Come on, help me with this," because I mean now he's a beaver and has the intelligence of a beaver. So hopefully he follows my lead and.
Oh, that's right. I'm not wild shape. I'm just like a wild beaver.
That's why I'm like, sure, I'll turn you into a beaver. So what would you like me to roll? I'm sorry, I had to use up all my
I'm trying to figure out what the hit points would be. I know what a door is, but it would be much different than a door. So I was looking at ships, and like that's not good. Like it's not gonna have 400 hit points. So I'm trying to figure.
And that's for the ship, right? There
right.
isn't, like mast specific.
Right. They don't have the pieces. Like so. Then now I'm thinking.
What feels
like,
right?
What would?
How many hit points does the tree have?
Well, that's a good. Yeah, 5e hit points tree. How many hit points? There's a Reddit for this. Of course there is.
Yep.
Awakened tree has 59. I imagine normal trees have less. You could scale it.
Medium objects that are resilient have 3d6 hit points.
All right, I am gonna say large tree is 30 because that's what this guy said, and that seems fair to me. All right, so it has 30 hit points and an armor class of 13.
Oh gosh.
All right, and so I don't know. I mean, I can roll a d20, but I don't know what I would add.
The only reason I'm having us do this is because there is movement of other things. So
there's a time frame.
There's otherwise, I'd be like, take your time, and you're able to do it. So go ahead and bring out the chew.
All right. Well, that was just a regular 6, but I don't know what I get added.
I think a beaver gets a little bit of a bonus there.
I don't think I'd get to a 13,
plus 3.
though.
Plus 3.
So
am I helping
9.
you?
Okay.
Is my beaver obeying?
Yeah. Is his beaver following my?
Well, there's a giant wood structure there. I feel like nature would take its course. I don't know. there's
I just
water.
Want to point out that I feel like I should get inspiration for being able to hold back the jokes right now. Seriously.
Oh my god. I am using the word beaver as many times as I can, Tony, intentionally to torment you.
But I feel like Paul is using the word wood as often as possible to make it worse.
Yep. and
wood,
also I use pole quite a bit as well.
That's right.
So, all right.
So we are rolling to find out how tough your beaver is right now. Let's go.
All right.
The beaver's chewing the wood.
Okay. So that's 8 points of damage. I'm gonna
times
do
2.
Times 2, 16 points of damage. It's half. You've gnawed halfway through it. Go ahead and roll, but I'm going. Whoa! I just drew. Okay, I'm gonna move some things.
I'm chattering at Mary encouragingly.
Yeah, I've never been a beaver before, so I'm not as good at this as I thought I would be. But
you have to have the brain of a beaver. That's the trick.
Yeah.
You're overthinking it.
I'm just thinking too much about how dry this.
Go ahead,
wood
give me
is,
another attack roll.
I'm getting a headache.
I'm sorry, Tony. I'm improving.
There you go. 1d8 plus 3 times 2.
Okay.
Oh, that'll do it too.
1d8. I'm really bad at putting in the numbers. So
that's all right. 7 plus 2
10.
is 9. Oh, plus 3 is 10. 20. That'll do it.
Okay.
So you guys chew through the I guess the main drive shaft, Tony. And it snaps and falls apart, and the
beavers
wheel
have
goes
devoured
underwater.
that shaft.
Jesus. Just as the wheel falls, what? Just as the wheel falls into
What did you think was happening?
You see the 2 hill giants and a blue-skinned or grayish-skinned, flaming red hair with a metal turtleneck. Who says, "I am Detox. Now is the time when you are not going to dance." And
oh no.
Yeah.
Let's go, Sweaty.
Sweaty Detox appears.
Sweaty.
And we will pick it up there in 2 weeks' time.
Can we get this big dead giant out of the way so we can see what we're doing?
Yeah.
No, because he's a natural
actually
impediment.
he is an impediment currently. Yeah.
Does the wheel, when it falls down, I assume it floats and
But
it
Tony,
goes
you
and blocks
can,
that.
if you want to move your up a little bit to see what's going on, you can. And then just move yourself back. You know.
Not forward.
I said you can move a little forward.
When the wheel falls.
Yeah.
I assume it falls like.
Oh, yeah, it's falling actually
float.
towards you, but I was assuming you would moving when you saw the beavers.
No, I'm up, yeah.
Okay.
But then would it float to this cave with that vortex of suction?
It sure would.
Okay.
And so, yeah, good call. And so, actually, yeah, that's what happens. So then this wheel just sort of blocks up the water, and now you start having a damming effect because the water's coming from the southeast. So it's still coming up, and the water's starting to rise a little bit because it's still able to get through the spokes of the water a little bit. But there is a little bit of a relief from the suction in that area. So.
Well, it'll put out the fire, but might kill us in the process. So.
Yeah. I was excited about it, and then I was not excited about it.
I think we can survive it. I don't know that the Mychonids can.
Right, so maybe
the
we
king has the helmet on. He might, or the sovereign. He can breathe underwater. He'll be okay, hopefully.
Yeah.
But
a sovereign with no people, is he still a sovereign? All right. Well, I think that's where we're going to call it. Well, not I think. That's definitely where we're going to call it for tonight. We'll pick it up in 2 weeks' time with a little bit more combat-y fun as two hill giants and Sweaty D-Tog approach the party to discover what they've done to their sweet-ass mechanical forge. But until then, roll some dice. Play some games, and give your time and treasure to meaningful causes. This month we are playing for Planned Parenthood, so if you are so inclined and that is a cause that is meaningful for you, please give your time and treasure to that. But otherwise, we'll see you on the flip. Bye, everybody.
Later.